We are here with the moon that fell for the star. I got no idea what this could be about, but it sounds really nice. Move that up a little bit. Let us see how this final story of the collection goes. I flip through the magazine on the table as my coworker changes out of her uniform, ready to head home for the night. Her earring gets caught in the shirt and she swears up a storm. Swearing is crass for an 18-year-old that just graduated high school, but I guess they're just built differently nowadays. Less filtered. I skim through the pages of my phone and text, but an expose spreads catching my attention with its big, bold, and bright letters accompanying a cute girl's face. Up-and-coming idol climbing the ladder through under the table method. Caught leaving the hotel together with a known producer. First scandal Constellation's leader, Polaris, cancelled. Paparazzi photos blown up, and the whole page shows the idol entering a taxi with a man following up close behind. Later over the paparazzi photos, the idol is in question is cute headshot, where she's seen smiling in a picture-perfect smile, which contrasts the unfortunate event. Minami. Zanen desu ne? That's idol life for you, huh? Having paparazzi follows you anywhere. My coworker leans over me and surveys what I'm reading. Huh, she probably slept with that guy for returning a favor or something. But she's even known this to be more careful. Being an idol means always being in the spotlight with every move of yours being followed. She totally should have seen this coming. You probably can't do anything as an idol. I study the idol's photo and begin to wonder just what goes on behind that faultless smile. I shrug. Couldn't be me. I think you could totally be an idol, the cool type. You love singing, don't you? You could have the karaoke get together last month. I scoff exaggeratedly at her ridiculous comment. That doesn't mean I should be an idol. I lean back and stare at her with a skeptical face. I just like going to a karaoke bar, that's all. No, you should totally try. I know she's joking, but I can't help but think that she's also serious at the same time. No one wants to watch that 24-year-old that's considered a hag in the idol world, ain't it? Don't they start off really young or something? No, there are plenty of other older idols. Or if not an idol, you can be a pop star or something, some sort. But I don't know, a regular singer? Yeah, whatever. She sticks out her tongue in a disappointed manner and makes her way toward the door. Alright, Yoko-chan. Yoko-chan and I are gonna head out. Don't work too hard now. I close the magazine, follow her outside to the front of the convenience store, which is quite empty as always. As my wallet. Alright, all set. Ready to head out, Sora? Yep. The two part-timers bid their farewells to me, and Yoko teases me one last time. I'm surprised you haven't encountered any ghosts visiting at 3 a.m. yet. There have been countless stories about strange things happening at that time. Oh, shut up, will you? She cackles away as she saunters out the door, but I don't find it funny at all. I don't want to jinx anything, sheesh. Clock on the point of the sale terminal reads out 10:30 p.m. I positioned myself behind the counter, about to begin my NPC duties. Damn graveyard shift. Could not be me, I could not work those hours. I'd be too stubborn to give up my day life to just be able to sleep and stay up through the night. Now that the two have departed, I'm only kind of the light hum of the fridge in the store. I never asked to do graveyard shifts, but I was forced to since our chick got fired for arguing with a customer. I think she was aiming to be a model, but couldn't land any gigs, so she had to work here to get by. Hey, that was the girl from my first story. Akame. Another reference. Love that. Too bad, she was pretty cute too. But her leaving wasn't cute, and now I'm stuck with working until ungodly hours into night. It's only been a week, but I don't think my sleep schedule is ever going to adjust. I stifle a big yawn and wait the long night that's ahead of me. Digital number of the clock now is 3:05 a.m. and it's just expected. Only a handful of customers come by within the past 6 hours. I try to hold back a yawn, but to no avail. It takes me until just like how I want to escape this place right now. At least no one from management is here to point out my bad manners for yawning out loud. I blink my dry eyes to try and keep them open and alert. Something else shows an alarm system in my body instead. The ring of the automatic doorbell resonates through my ears, and a figure walks in the store. Irashamase! Oh, that's not suspicious at all. My greeting was loud and clear, but trails off as I begin to study the suspicious-looking customer. Describing in the peak of summer, the person wearing a baseball cap under the hood of their hoodie, and a small knee-length jacket. The face shows virtually no sign of skin whatsoever, plus a big sunglasses and their mask covering it all. They're essentially covered from head to toe. Heck, is that even a person? I totally get the shivers down my spine. They do say the 3 months strange when they start, right? Could this be? No, there's no way that the store is right. Now they say them closer, they look just like a normal person dressed in the wrong leather. I keep my eyes on the counter as they walk around presuming the shelves. They continue walking up down the aisles as if they're unsure what to buy. It must be a strange customer, but I keep my guard up anyway. Please, let this be just some weirdo who has a rare immunity to heat or something. Stop the cold food section and grab an onigiri alongside the bottle of Cola Zero from the fridge. Pause the trains up as they walk to the counter, and I feel myself take a big gulp as they approach. Please let them be normal. Customer gently drops some onigiri in the bottle top on the counter. Do you have a points card with us? Mr. Figure shakes their head. But my customer smiles. It's like it's all right, like all is right in the world, and I bring up the items. Total comes 600 yen. How would I have to pay? Whether word or even now, they drop cash on the tray. The hand that reaches out to the cash tray is one that seems small and slender, with outgrown painted nails. Seeing someone with normal-looking hands help me relax a little bit. I was hoping they'd say something, but it seems like they're more quiet than inside. Whatever, I just gotta get them out of here as fast as possible. Once transaction is done, they briskly take the leave and go into the dark night, just as I wished for. I just constantly shiver once more, hoping again that they didn't place a curse on me or anything. I blame her for putting those strange thoughts in my head. Screw her. Lucky for the next few more remaining hours of my shit, there aren't any more customers or weird happenings. Just the usual. And that's somehow I survived yet another long night. Not even a word from a mysterious partner, huh? Thank you, come again. I drop my customer service smile and stifle my 100th yawn. Slapping my cheeks to snap out of my sleepiness. I'm once again stuck in the empty convenience store alone at ungodly hours. As 3 a.m. nears again, I'm reminded of the strange encounter last night, and I really hope I don't see anything else that happened tonight during that hour. But then again, it's not like that person was a ghost or anything. I think they could have been a little scarier. The worrying that my lairs in the summer seems quite scary. Man, I need to stop playing Sheila's Arts games, and stop listening to whatever horror story Sora feeds me. Sheila's Arts game, really? You're referencing those games? Man. Didn't help that she made me play that stupid horror convenience store game recently either. It's not like I expected to be working graveyard shifts. I lean back against the counter behind me and close my eyes for a little bit. There probably won't be any more customers for another 2 hours, so I can take a quick nap while standing up, right? My rest gets cut short when the door chimes rings loud and clear, creating an echo in the empty store. I don't stand up straight, ready to greet the customer. Irashamase! Try to keep up my smile, but I can't help but falter when I see the same mysterious figure clad in the exact same outfit. Then Norman heads right to the cold food section, where they pick up the same tuna onigiri and bottle of Cola Zero as they brought yesterday. Once they even look at the other products, they walk straight to the counter and hand over the goods. I say the usual line that's been ingrained in my head for however long I have worked here for. Do you have points cards with us? No shake of the head, exactly like yesterday. Like clockwork, I ramp the items like I do for any other customer. Carver tries a close look at this, so our hoodie-clad stranger. I suspect I can't make out any features due to this huge sunglasses and face mask. But underneath their baseball cap, I see a little bit of brown bangs peeking out. My little checkout session ends abruptly as they turn their face away immediately, something that I probably looked for a second too long. I'm not sure go back to doing my duties and pretend that nothing happened. So comes again, yen, how to pay. They fumble with their wallet and I again see the outgrown painted long red nails. The hand of the mysterious entity are small and mostly hidden underneath their long sleeves of their oversized jacket. Now that I noticed the small hands, I couldn't notice the small frame too, especially under all that baggy clothing. They drop the coins in the coin tray, and I continue with the transaction. Should I check up a small talk? Both are taking their receipt. They speed walk out of the store without giving me so much as a chance to talk about the weather. Must be in a hurry. And it makes for better I didn't talk. They must be might be someone that's bad news or something. Though just how are they wearing so many layers in this heat? I don't usually care much about anyone like this, but as I see customers go in and out every day, but there's something magnetic about them that I can't shake off. That they have some sort of power that draws attention to them, despite being depressingly inconspicuous. But I guess they aren't so inconspicuous if they're dressed like that. They belong in a North Pole. And what do I care? Not my problem. There are times coming out of bigger but what seems to be foreigners speaking English. Only the cameras talking loudly should get my thoughts. Are they MeTubers? Thought she might be scared of the scariest customer shut now. I found all about the English I've learned from the past few years of high school. But customers are customers. Yoshimase. Thank goodness tonight was peaceful without any more weird happenings, which is just how I like it. Thank God nothing scarier than an IRL streamer. You don't no idea what they're gonna do. I was only asked to do these graveyard shifts for a total of 2 weeks, so hopefully after next week, I can go back to my normal schedule. Haven't even heard them speak yet. Another day, another dollar. Or rather, another night, another shift of sleepiness I have to fight. I pick up the phone bag of chips on the shelf and place it back upright how it should be. Then I continue down the aisle looking for more misplaced items to spy a box of Pocky in the wrong spot. As a star employee that I am, I return to the section it should be in. To curb my weirdness tonight, I decided to keep myself busy and clean up the store. I pretty much fixed every crooked chip bag and wiped every dirty surface. I'll do one more check in this section before heading back to the post behind the counter. Just one more hour. Speaking of it, it's 4 AM. That winter-clad visitor hasn't yet to come by today. Sad. I was thinking of making small talk since it'd be the third time they'd come around. Well, that pretty much starts counting as a regular customer, right? Oh well. I run the shop's corner and bump into the giant shelf of a cup ramen. Oh god, I'm so mad I can't believe steer clear of obstacles. Put back the cup of ramen and onto the all too familiar door chime brings it loudly in my ear. Yoshimasa! Well, for a second I'm grabbed hold of him and shaken. I freeze in place in a stun lock, but when I look back at who's manhandling me, I see the also recognizable jacket, hat, and sunglasses and mask. Please hide me! The unexpected feeling voice throws me off my guard. My brain is still struggling to grasp the situation at hand. Huh? Hide me! I give her what the hell look, but she's insistent. She takes off her sunglasses and pulls down her mask, feeling that sincerity of the fear and desperation on her face. Please! Old people filming earlier. Oh. Her head whips around to look outside the window. My eyes giving the attacker a baffled look, thinking she's crazy, but the desperation in her face and voice rings an alarm to me. My eyes just dart around looking for a quick place I can hide her. I grab her hand and usher her behind the counter, pushing her down into the crouching business until he's hidden from view. Just a few months later, 2 men holding big cameras come rushing into the store, looking around frantically. The curled girl under me puts a finger to her lips and gestures for me to stay quiet. Yoshimase? Half of my brain is still unfunctional due to me being so suddenly thrown into some wild scenario. Then ignore me and begin searching through the aisles. I swear she ran in here. Was clearly not here, you dumbass. It would be dead if she ran in here anyway. Is there someone I can help with, dear customers? I think they look at me briefly, and the one of them replies meekly. No, sorry for the intrusion. Come on, she couldn't have gotten far. Let's keep looking elsewhere. Just as fast as they stormed in, they rush out in search of who I presume to be sitting right in front of me, at my feet. I wait until they're gone for sure, and then check on the little damsel in distress. They're one of my fugitive, balled up, shivering with their fearful eyes and her hands over her mouth, as if just one exhale would would have given her a hiding spot away. Her long hair under her cap is disheveled and was all straight and bunched up under her hoodie. They're gone now. I coax the girl to get up, but she stays here, now burying her head in her huddled knees. She starts sniffling, and all I can do is stand there and watch. Oh man, I'm so bad comforting people. I rub my neck out of nervousness and try to figure out what to say. Are you okay? No reply. But how do I say in this kind of situation? And a good 2 minutes of silence passed, and I looked down at her and found herself crying into her knees. I silently walk out from behind this counter, looking for her favorite food combo that she always buys. May a little cheer up if she can't. I'll pay for it later. I kneel down to her level and hand over the tuna onigiri and cold zero. Here. I nudge food on her arm and get her full attention. Her springs up, showing her puppy and red tear-ridden face. Girl looks at the foodstuff, then at me. I point the yarn at her, encouraging her to take it. Cautiously takes the unpaid food out of my hands and holds it close to her. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Probably. Okay, how's it gonna be okay? They know where I live now. I can't go back home. I have nowhere else to go, and I can't go in public right now. Some outburst shaking back as I get yelled at as if I just got yelled at by my parents. We stare at her for a moment, and then the girl continues sobbing on her knees again, although still holding her onigiri. Oh, how do I stop her crying? So uncomfortable, and I hate seeing girls cry. Her stops are audible now. I pray to God that there's no one enters the store. I can't deal with the grind girl and a customer at the same time. This was not part of my job description. At desperation to get her to stop bawling, I try to help her with her half-heart thought through solution. Well, if you don't have a place to go, you can crash at my place. The crybaby goes quiet, but her sobbing hiccups fill the silence. She takes a few minutes before replying with a bloodshot eyes, yet striking pair of eyes. Do you live alone? What a weird question. Yeah, why? Well, the more people that know where I am, the more liability it is. Geez, just who are you? Her wide eyes open wide and pierce through mine, as if I said things ridiculous. You don't know who I am? You're the girl that comes in ungodly hours wearing winter clothes at the height of summer, and then bumps into and blowing by the single tune onigiri in the cold zero. Some of them makes her face brighten up. You don't know who I am? I got a weird taste. I got a weird stare. Trying to debate whether or not I should retract my offer. Don't let me stay with you, please. Her hands latch onto my shoulder once again, and grip them tightly. Her eyes burn into me, making me feel like my choice of her answer is either yes or yes. I break her gaze and look at her to the side, trying to utter a no, but her captain aura swallows me whole. Yeah, that's what I offered, right? Thank you. She tucks me tightly, catching me off guard once again. I feel a powerful embrace with her wet face against my cheek. I awkwardly push her away to regain my personal bubble. Ahem. I fish my wrinkled sleeves and caused her by her death grip earlier. Okay, I can't let you stay at my place for tonight, but I can't let you stay behind the counter any longer. If my coworker sees this, I'd have a lot to explain to you. I also have to change to get ready to punch out. Wait, you're a coworker? Yeah, she should be arriving anytime soon. And Flash straightens up her hoodie and dons her sunglasses and mask. I can't be seen. I'm gonna hide at the hot water bar in the back. Let me know when you're finished with your shift. As I'm on cue, my coworker comes in and heads straight for the staff room after a brief greeting. Otsukare. The hooded girl shrinks away from the self-serve area of the store, hoping to get away from my coworker's line of sight. My eyes wander to the strange girl now situated at the back, eating the onigiri that she ended up paying for. She wants to stay inconspicuous, but her outfit makes her stand out even more. I can't help but snicker at how dumb she looks. She's lucky it's an air conditioning in here. I'm counting down the minutes until I can leave because I'm exhausted, but at the same time I want each minute to let drag out, because soon I'll have to be living with a temporary roommate. Hey, at least she's cute. Once I change my uniform and pack my stuff, I help out the sliding door convenience store, and right behind me is a new roomie. Ready? Yeah, but please hurry. How far is your place? Geez, I'm leaving to my place now. You have the gall to boss me around? I'm sorry. There's gonna be more people on the street soon. It'll be about a 10-minute walk. You okay with that? Yes. Now please let's go. Okay. Chill, will ya? Ojashimashu. I forgot that. How to say that one. I lock my door as the girl advances through the little kitchen hallway and into the living space. She's raised the place and takes a peek at every nook and cranny in my humble little apartment. The drawn curtains create a dark cast over the place, save for the sliver of light shining through the crack. You can hear the subtle drip from the kitchen faucet every 10 seconds, creating a sort of calming metronome effect. It's a relatively old and tiny place, but I've grown to love it somehow. It's so tiny. Yeah, and in a cute way. Oh, you have a loft. Counting the step ladder connecting to the ground floor to the small loft, she's taking a step up to get a feel for the unusual route to bed. I put my head on the ceiling one too many times, but I do like having a separate space for sleeping. She continues going around the 11 by 11.92 square meters set apartment, and notices the big dusty untouched electric guitar in the corner next to the TV. Whoa, do you play? No. I shot my throat on the back of my neck, thinking back to why I even had the guitar in the first place. I bought thinking I'd learn, but I never got around to fully diving into it. Should you start with an acoustic guitar first? I thought the electric guitar was cooler. Fair. She goggles and I scowl a little, embarrassed to the max. Hey, you can't blame me for thinking that. It's true, don't you think? My gaze lingers on it for a little while longer, but it drops this issue as I continue my quest to get her a little makeshift bed. I begin to pull out the floor couch and I transfer into a mid-sized bed, complete with the blanket and spare pillow I grabbed from the closet. These really come in handy when I have drunk friends, and now for supposedly runaway criminals. I flip up the pillow and place it on the edge of the sofa along with the folded blanket. You can rest here for today. Sorry if it's nothing fancy, but it'll do. Without second thought, she immediately pops onto my gray bed and makes herself home right at home. Peaceful bliss, having something soft to sleep on after a presumably long night. Thank you. I'll definitely pay you soon. Just let me know what you'd... In seconds, she falls asleep in mid-sentence. Who knew that could actually happen? Her soft snores soon filled the little compartment, joining in with the faucet and back. I breathed out a small sigh out of concern for this unknown person. It's been a long night, huh? I feel ya. As gently as possible, I unfold the thin blanket and cover her from up to her waist, fearing I might just get hotter later in the day. Seeing her in dreamland, I yawn out of me, and I soon make my way to getting ready for bed at 6 in the morning. Even if the birds chirping outside sound nothing like a lullaby in the least. Doing a good deed. Now the title makes sense at least, because it's obviously going to be the idol we saw in the read in the magazine. My blurry eyes automatically open at 10 a.m. and I'm met with a blank off-white wall I see every morning. You only slept 4 hours. That's not healthy. Seems that the internal clock segment yet I got used to the graveyard shift schedule. I rose from my eyes and stretched my stiff limbs across the bed to loosen them up from my slumber. Although it's not nearly a full 8 hours, I get at least 4 hours. I can only blame the tiring event that was yesterday, or earlier this morning. I peer over the ledge of the loft and find the sleeping beauty still sound asleep. I crack my back and within a big stretch and get ready for the day. I'm supposed to meet some friends later, so I'll probably kick her out when I step down. Which frankly quite worries me. I look down at her gentle sleeping face. I guess I'll let her sleep for a little longer. Taking our big stretch from the head down to the ladder, ready to start my day. Weak to a cute face, aren't ya? It isn't until I finish cooking breakfast that she finally wakes up at around 11:46 a.m. The smell of eggs travels through the warm and stuffy air, accompanied by the light shining through one of the balcony windows, making a perfect scene to wake up to. Smells delicious. Her groggy eyes turn to me, and I stare at her as I sip on my cup of coffee at the dinner table. Good morning. Good morning. Unfortunately, I don't have a spare toothbrush for you, so you're gonna have to deal with eating without brushing your teeth first. Though I feel food to wash your face and freshen up. I don't care. I'm hungry. I want food now. Her unexpectedly childish answer makes me chuckle. I made some eggs and toast. I also have some not-on rice if you're into that. Takes her jacket off and heads over to her meal, giving me a proper look at what she looks like. Her long terracotta-colored hair is styled with wispy front bangs and the length reaches down to the small of her back. It's a little messy, but somehow it still manages to look presentable. She's quite good-looking. I don't know if she has any makeup on, but her face is essentially flawless. Despite being in a baggy clay, you still can make out a slim silhouette hidden beneath it. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear and starts digging in. Itadakimasu! You'd think with such a pretty face as hers, she'd eat a lot more elegantly, but she's completely ravished with the sight of the dish. Christ, like he hadn't eaten in days. I watched her demolish breakfast, with half of it almost already gone. I haven't eaten anything other than tuna onigiri the past few days. Don't blame me. And now that she doesn't make there's midnight snacks. You don't cook? I do, but I can't when there are no ingredients in the house. And of course, due to reasons, I can't be out for too long. Should I pry? And what kind of reasons? You have eye contact with me, and the proceeds to avoid them like the plague. I can't say. Are you a vampire or something? She strips her mouth with a wipes her mouth with a napkin and scoffs at my outrageous accusation. Might as well be one since I've only been out to leave my place in the middle of the night. Is that bad? Is that why you're at the convenience store at 3 in the morning all the time? Her lack of reply answered my question. Pale expression living on her face doesn't seem to be disappearing anytime soon. I let out a sigh and hope I don't regret the next choice I'm gonna make. Then I guess you can stay here until nighttime. You probably don't want to step outside in the broad daylight, since you're a vampire and all, right? I'm not a vampire. It'd be a lot cooler if you were. The glare is a shot my way, but it quickly shifts into a serious expression, with eyes that have worry written all over them. Wait, I know this is a taller, and I probably have no place to ask you this of you, but can I stay here just a little bit longer? Huh? Are you serious? I promised her one night and until tonight, nothing more. My doubtful face must have said something worse as she starts pleading endlessly. Please, I don't have any hours to go. I can cook for you, can't clean your place or anything. I continue my skeptical stare. None of those things can make her extend her stay. Denied. I can clean perfectly fine for myself for myself and by myself. Please, 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 please. Her hands clasped into a prayer pose and places them on the forehead with the tight closed eyes, begging me not to kick her out. You're literally my only hope, please! No. As last her, she drops to the floor to her feet and gazes in front of me. Oi, what are you doing? I'm begging you, please! Her woman is in flabbergasted and struggles to figure out how to react. Her forehead is down to the floor and show her earnesty and desperateness. And just get up first. I'm not getting up until you say yes. Why is she so dramatic? It's making uncomfortable seeing you go that far. Okay, I get it. You can stay here for another week or so. Don't get up. I get down and pull on her arms to encourage her to stop. Really? Yes, now get up before I take my word back. Jeez. Sally gets up and braces me tightly, squeezing the living daylights out of me. Too close. You're too close. I try prying her away, but she's bent on sticking to me like a glue as the way to show gratitude. Does anyone not know the meaning of personal space? With some more effort, I managed to just separate her away from me, finally able to breathe and calm down. She, on the other hand, is still giddy from excitement until I bring her back to real Earth. If you're going to be staying here for a week, then you need some clothes. No, I really need a t-shirt and pants to act as pajamas. Buy some new underwear today or something. I stumble away to my little closet in the corner, but she stops me. Oh, it's okay, there's no need. I sleep naked. Pardon? I do double make sure I heard that right. Naked? Yeah. I mean, that's fine, but this is my apartment you're living in. I'm not letting you roam around butt naked. I don't want to see that. But isn't it fine? We're both girls after all. That's not the issue. Do you even have any sense of decency? You should feel most comfortable at home, hence I don't wear clothes at home. Clothes are so restricting. And yet you're wearing all that, to hide your identity, yes, but, Can't say I feel the same to that. I rush through my closet to madly find even just a t-shirt and pajama pants, checking at her to shut her up. You should feel the most comfortable at home, exactly. And I'm uncomfortable seeing you naked, no butts. And not your butt. Do you want to stay here or not? Fine. She rolls her eyes while holding up the oversized t-shirt against her torso to see how it'll fit. Face becomes disheartened as she has given up her due to the power I hold over her. It sounds like she has something more to say. But can I just only wear t-shirt and no pants and panties? You! Whatever, fine. I don't want to drag her for this any longer, so I decided to give in. T-shirt and panties look better than nothing. Go sit down, put the sofa back in the bed back into its real couch mode and take a seat. When's the last time someone got under my skin this badly? I can usually just keep it cool, but this girl's on another level. I look in her direction, meeting her eyes as she's now changing the t-shirt, and bare legs are shown to me. Her head tilts, asking me a question physically. I'm trying to but think about it, but her silent bare legs are more attractive than I'd like them to be. I feel so swallow hard and look away. Now my head has cooled down a little, I'm regaining my composure, and start to interrogate her. Hey, let's get the formalities out of the way. What's your name? I think I at least deserve to know who I'm living with, right? My name is Pula. She shuts herself up with her mouth, hands, and nervously looks around before continuing. My name is Hokuto. Hoshizora Hokuto. Hokuto? It's a weird name, I know. You don't have to tell me. Hokuto looks away with an annoyed face, like she's used to people asking. Like Hokuto's in the Big Dipper constellation? Yes. Okay, then should I just call you Hoshizora-san then? If Hokuto is a sore spot? No, it's fine, I'm used to it. You can call me Hokuto. Then Hokuto, let's... Wait. Hokuto comes close and kneels down next to me. What's your name? You can't just ask for my name without telling me yours. Oh, sorry, I'm Sukimiya Minami. Suki, moon, ha. And she's star, ha. Minami-chan, huh? Oh, I don't add chan to it. Why? What's wrong with it? We're going to be living together for the next week, and for a small apartment already. We might as well get chummy. Flashing me a weird wide grin with her perfect teeth, and I choose to ignore it. Whatever you want. And let's lay down some ground rules. 1, no being naked. 2, you're cooking for yourself. You can use my ingredients, but you're responsible for your own food. 3, keep the bathroom clean. 4, I'm out of the house at from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., so behave yourself within that time frame. Yes, sir. Hakuto looks at me with a serious face, understanding the rules. Alright, that's how it sounds, I think. When I slumped on the couch from the loss of energy I just had to expend in the past 15 minutes. How am I gonna handle this for the whole next week? I turned my head to look at her I turned my head to her and stared at her again, and she stares back at me with starry eyes. I wonder how old she is. If I can gather, she seems to be in her early 20s, but you never know for sure. She sure acts like she's 16, though. No, dude, I didn't just take it a minor, did I? Why are you looking at me? You're not 16, are you? Hokuto's happy face instantly turns judgmental and stares at me with deadpan eyes. Are you calling me childish? I didn't say that. I'm a fully fledged adult that can think for herself. I get up a sarcastic laugh, smile. Are you sure about that? Huh? And how old are you? You can't be any more than 24. Nah, shit me nail on the head. What if I said I was older? Hard to believe. What? Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that I could be older than you. Fine then, I'm 24. Shoot, same age. I'm 30. You're lying. Alright, I'm 24. Okay, then what's your birth month? Wait, why are we still going at it? July 30th. July 30th, you gotta be kidding me. Is she older? December 1st. Ha! I'm older. So immature. Yeah, whatever. I brush her victory of her immaturity contest off and pretend like nothing happened. She's so annoying. I pull out my phone, check time, make sure I won't be late for my meet up with my friends. Thought leaving her alone here worries me, but like he said, she's an adult. I'll be heading out until late tonight, so don't wait for me. The groceries in the fridge, so feel free to make whatever you want. Just don't burn the place down. I'll buy some essential for you on the way home too. With just 10 steps, I reach the Genkan area and start putting my shoes on, ready to be free from my now stuffy house. Oh wait, where are you going? Out? And leave me all alone? I put the heel of my shoe and fit my foot properly into it, without even glance at her anxious puppy that seems to have separation anxiety. Yes, now behave nicely, I'm kicking you out. Well, wait, Mimi-chan! Slam the door, the slam of the door creates a barrier between us and shuts off her slightly high-pitched voice. I step down the stairs and stare back at the door, thinking that she might come down running after me. It's a nice neighborhood you got here. The bushes are green at least. Didn't seem that bad. A little bit pretty narrow streets though, I gotta say. Like they're one way. The street is quiet with only the birds chirping and various street noises, and no sign of Hokuto's voice, all clear. Aside from relief and continue to make my way to my hangout spot. I'll forget about it for the time being just to enjoy my time out with friends. Steps I take heading up to the apartment were light until I arrived just a few feet away, dreading the thing I tried to forget about. Rather, the person I tried to forget about. I look at the building and surrounding homes and see no flames, because she didn't burn the building down. When I'm about to unlock the door, I get hearing something out of the ordinary coming from inside. Place me to the door and hear the sound more clearly now. If there's a reason to end, promise to God I'll be back once again. On days that shine bright, on sleepless cold nights, trust me that you'll always be on my mind. Every place I go, I promise I'll think of you. The strums of the guitar I heard, accompanied by a heavenly female voice singing along with the melody. Is that Hokuto? I stand outside with my ear to the door for a little while, listening to Hokuto sing the unfamiliar tune, completely memorized by her voice. The song sounds to be in English, and I have no idea what their links say, but I'm thoroughly impressed by their pronunciation. Her singing ability is not just the karaoke level like mine, it's also professional, like a proper training. It'd just be a shame to interrupt her. And leaning against the door, I'd still be able to hear her clear voice hum along to the catchy repeating of the chorus I'm caught on. The song ends too soon. I'm tempted to wait for another song to start playing, but perhaps the jukebox has run out of plays. I take the opportunity to unlock the door and find her still holding the teal guitar, moving her head in my direction as I catch her in the act. Huh! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play a guitar, I dropped the bags of her living utensils on the dinner table and pat her head to ease her worry. It's okay, feel free to continue. And here's your new underwear and toothbrush. I just got some cheap ones, hope you don't mind. I take out the items I brought for her in the bag, assuming she'll go back to playing the instrument. Instead, Hokuto puts the guitar back on its stand, and cheaply sits on the couch like she did something wrong. Maybe she has stage fright? Sorry, I was just bored out of my mind. I won't touch the guitar next time. I threw my head over the ledge on the loft as I head up to the change and look at her. Her eyes were looking up at me. I wasn't yelling at you, was I? I told you, fine. It's not like that guitar gets played anyway. Someone's gotta give her some love. It's okay, I'm a little tired anyway. I was playing pretty much for the past few hours. My head falls as she speedwalks to the bathroom, grabbing her toothbrush, presumably getting ready for bed. Do I tell him accidentally come off as mad or something? I was kind of looking forward to hearing her some more of her singing. So she does like to sing and perform, but right now that paparazzi scandal is just making it hard on her, huh? After my shower, not a single word passes between us for the rest of the night, right until the lights go out. Good night. Good night. I will pass her shrimp-like form in the bed and climb up the ladder to my own. Gonna get some Z's after today's busy day. I have tomorrow off again, so I hope to fully rest up before working my graveyard shift again. My eyes shut tight, hoping that sleep will soon take me and re-energize me for tomorrow. Except, no matter how to turn, I can't even pass out. My sleep schedule my sleep schedule has now been ruined. Has been so ruined. I must have gotten used to the new sleep schedule, and now I can't sleep like a normal person anymore. I guess I'll just my phone until I pass out. That's gonna get worse. The blue light, the phone light will just make it harder for you to sleep. Oops. I scroll through Instagram and check people's stories, but all I see are photos of food, if not drinks, and it's not the best time to be seeing those right now. First, I'm sick of my rumbling stomach. Never mind then. I look at my phone and toss it to the side. Maybe I'll sleep eventually if I close my eyes hard enough. That doesn't work that well, but I'll stay that way for what seems like hours. Because what else can I do? I don't know how long it took, but eventually I feel like I'm finally able to drift into slumber and almost lose my consciousness. However, just about once I get away from passing out, I hear creaks on the ladder. I think to myself I was just imagining it, don't pay any mind, but a certain someone's voice brings me back to reality. Minami-chan, are you asleep? Hokuto reaches out with barely a whisper, but loud enough that I can't ignore it. I crave my neck to see half her silhouette holding her pillow in the dark. I was about to be. Sorry. I gave her a discontented sigh. Do you need something? I was wondering. I could see her fidgeting with her hands and looking at her left and right nervously. If I could sleep with you tonight? Huh? Why? Today's the only day I get to have a good night's rest, and it's not gonna be that well now, and it's not going that well right now, but no way in hell am I letting her ruin it further. I'm afraid. What? Ghost? Come on, you can't be serious. I just don't want to be alone right now. Her loud voice rings through the sleepy apartment and surprises me, leaving me a little speechless. My adjusted eyes can see her concerned face that looks almost ready to give in. I sighed audibly and scooched over to on my mattress, ready to make room for her. Alright. Aww. Man. She meekly places her pillow and climbs onto the futon. I watch her curl up like a cooked shrimp again, and she looks at me, looking up, and she looks at me, looking at her. Her big, sad, dewy eyes stare straight into my soul, and I unknowingly feel my heart skip beat on its nervousness, calling me to lose a staring contest. I turn roughly to try to get rid of her sudden feeling, and I go to sleep. Her warm breath hits my back due to our proximity, and I can feel myself becoming more conscious of her presence than I had in bed. So also I've slept next to someone, so feeling someone's in the same bed feels somewhat comforting, even though she's been nothing but an inconvenience. A long silence passes by, and I think she's fallen asleep, but then I hear a quiet voice speaks up. Thank you. I can't reply or pretend I'm asleep. I'll leave for more worries instead, but to fully make a decision. Really, I don't know what will happen to me if it weren't for you. And I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. My eyes start blinking at the on the off-white wall that I face every night. Hearing that I have helped her in one way or another feels nice and makes me realize that maybe it was a good choice to take her in. I won't want to imagine what it might have happened to her if I didn't. I just hope that she didn't attract me any extra trouble by being here. There are those two men looking for her flashes across my mind. Who could this girl possibly be? A thief? Someone in massive debt? Being chased by loan sharks? A criminal? Inconvenient or not, what matters is that you're feeling safe right now, yeah? Besides, at least you can cook for yourself and technically aren't causing too much trouble. For the time being. Not gonna lie, I think living with you won't be too bad after all. You need to work on your personal space some more. Anyway, I don't mind what's going on in your... I don't know what's going on in your life. But I hope you get it figured out soon. Seconds passed and the girl next to me still hasn't replied. I glanced behind me and find her sleeping soundly with furrowed brows. Her dress slowly rising and falling in slow rhythm. I've just said all those nice things too. My eyes swell on her porcelain skin that glows in the darkness, and long lashes that arch upwards. Her silky long hair frames her face nicely, giving her a picture-perfect sleeping face. She's much more tolerable than she's quiet, and that pretty face is definitely a plus. I suddenly returned to my previous position while shutting my eyes, soon joining the Waterways fugitive in Dreamland. Progress is progress. Hokuto sits up opposite me on the tiny dinner table. She finishes up on the last of her salmon dinner, petting her belly cannily with a big smile on her face. I put the dishes and soak them in the sink. I turn to the table and start reading today's trending tweets. I make Hokuto watch them later once I leave for work. I go through the list of trending hashtags and see what's happening today. One of them reads hashtag constellation. That's just a weird word to say. Constellation. And the odd word catches my attention, making me tap on it. I assume it has something to do with the constellations or the likes, but it's apparently a pop group name. Tag is flooded with tweets about both support and hate, covered with photos of seemingly well-known pop girl group. There all seems to be one photo circulating on being retweeted, a photo of the outside of a modern apartment. What's going on? I read some tweets trying to get some context. Lol, now the whole world knows where she lives. I know she was a dirty-handed slut. I'm never sending them again. She should leave the group. She's giving the members a bad name, a rep. We should vandalize the place, lol. You don't even know the whole story yet. You're all harking up on Polaris. What does the world come to? Get a life. Someone speaks reason. Thank you. Polaris did nothing wrong. Polaris will support. We will support you. Don't listen to them. People are still talking about the boycotting of the group, while some are defending them and the girl in question. Polaris, the name of the girl in the hot seat. I scroll down some of them more and see a photo of her. I can't help but find her looking familiar. The other spots trendy clothing, paired with a bold and spooky makeup, that contrasts with the usual sweet, cutesy idol group style. I don't know how much about idol groups, but this concept sure is different from the ones I've seen growing up. Her smile is a small smile, akin to a smirk, one showing up her confident and powerful aura. She looks to me like she can win at anything and do it effortlessly. Such a strong image contrasts with the fresh situation she's in right now, being cancelled and all. Maybe it doesn't affect her at all, given how badass and independent she looks in the photo. Probably canceled. Idol got her dress leaked. Idol got her dress leaked or something. The whole tweeter's about to go on a witch hunt. I hand my phone to Hokuto to show her, and I see her blissfully satisfied face transform into a blank face with furrowed brows. She grabs onto my hands and pulls the phone closer to her face, scrolling down the multitude of tweets. Hope she's doing okay. Getting canceled and having her house be leaked can't be good for her mental state. Hokuto's grip loosens. She looks like she just saw a ghost. Before I can ask her what's going wrong, she gets up and excuses herself without a word. Hokuto? I watch her head into the washroom and shut the door quietly. I leave Hokuto and keep scrolling down to find more info. Seemed like there was something about a scandal that started it all. Oh, was that the scandal I saw in the magazine the other day? It's only been a few days and they found her house already? It was scary. And a photo of the idol group pops up in the tag, with a photo shot of her squatting and looking at a camera with a cool expression on her face. In that pose and angle, she looks simultaneously alluring and innocent. Though, why does she look so familiar? Have I seen her before? I've been thinking of that photo I saw her in that magazine. Did she shop by my convenience store once? Her big round magenta eyes are accentuated even more by as she looks up toward the camera, and her fashionably styled caramel hair is neatly kept, fitting for a perfect idol like her. I find myself staring at the photo again, drawn by both her striking beauty and the nagging since I've seen her before. Come on, girl, you gotta realize it's easy soon. Just where have I seen her before? Nope. Is she figuring it out? There it is. Yep. Hold on. My head immediately swings to the direction of the washroom, so fast I'm sure I'm getting myself whiplash. No. I'm back to the picture again. There's no doubt about it now. Aww. I rush to the washroom, bust open the unlocked door. I don't see anyone until I look down. I go on the floor next to the bathtub, held on a ball just like she did behind the convenience store counter that one night. She looks at me with the same tear-red and red puffy eyes of that one night. Oh my god. Hokuto. I approach her cautiously as she instantly latches onto me and cries out loudly. I awkwardly get my arms around her and try to comfort her, though I don't know how good a job I can do. Her cries ring through the bathroom, giving me a reverb that makes it sound extra sorrowful. Hokuto, just what's going on? The only reply I get is her continuous crying. I don't think I'll be getting anything out of her anytime soon. I take a deep breath and pull her up, getting her out of the bathroom into a more comfortable spot. Come on, let's get you seated on the couch. Her crying continues, but she complies and follows my lead. I move us onto the makeshift bed, and let her collect herself with a glass of water. Her crying gradually subsides until only the hiccups remain. Those long nails of hers dig into my skin when she reaches out to grip my hand for support. I wince a little, but I'm sure there's something compared to what she's going through. We're silent for a good amount of 10 minutes before she starts explaining everything. I'm assuming you connected the dots already? If one thing is correct, then yeah. Hokuto fails to make eye contact with me, probably feeling ashamed that I found out about her background. I could see her gulp out of nervousness, and I decided to continue the conversation carefully. Do you want to talk about it? It's okay if you don't. No, I feel like I owe you an explanation, or at least let you be aware of who you're housing. Her grip of my hand loosens as she folds her arms across her waist, hugging herself while shrinking away. If you hadn't noticed, I'm ready. I am Polaris from the group Constellation. I got into a scandal just 2 weeks ago, and my manager told me to lay low for a while while they figure it out. I couldn't go back to my own apartment because some of the members live there too. I can't risk their address being leaked if someone sees me entering the building and start camping there. My manager then offered me her place to stay at while she's elsewhere, and that's where I've been living. Keep myself in the shadows. That's until I got caught staying there. She buries her face in her hands, overwhelmed with despair. I gently, albeit awkwardly, pat her back, trying to offer some comfort. The entire time I stay silent, as I doubt anything that I could say would help right now. It's probably best to just let her cry it all out. So stupid. It's all my fault. The scandal shouldn't have happened. A high-profile producer had asked me to meet up for dinner at a hotel to talk about a new project that he had in mind for Constellation. I really should have gone, but the pressure was on me because he was such a renowned producer. He knows how to have his ways with pulling strings behind the scenes and ruining groups if he doesn't get what he wants. But I guess I already tainted our group in some ways with another by agreeing to meet with him privately. I was wanting to tell my manager since he said things were already close to them. Like, how was I supposed to believe that? Who was he taking me for? But I had to agree to stay on his good side for the long run. Constellation is soon to be a 3-year-old group. We're painstakingly built on reputations to be on one of the popular ones. But we're so relatively small and under scrutiny of the higher-ups. And that's why I feel like I had no choice but to stay yes. Do you know how frustrating that is? Me say yes to something that you know is bad news? In preparation for the meeting, I made sure no one followed me to the hotel and wore disguise. After a meal, I knew very well what was going to happen next, so I faked a phone call and made it sound like there was an emergency I had to leave immediately. I'm not sure how convincing it was, but I summoned every ounce of my acting skills to make him feel he had no choice but to let me go. In the paparazzi photo, he was setting me off in a taxi, but spun into such a sinister story. As the leader of the group, and I felt responsible for taking care of everything, and had made a rash decision. But my decision caused my own downfall, and possibly my whole group's downfall. His anger quickly turned to more gloom once more, and her words started quivering. Just what kind of leader am I? God, I don't know what I want to be. Don't even want to be a leader. I'm not a leader. I'm a younger sibling. I've been babied all my life, and then all of a sudden I'm thrust into a leadership role. I try my best to be a good leader, all they say I'm doing a good job, but am I really? When I first started out, there were so many nights where I just cried endlessly because it was so hard. I had to learn to hold back the tears and appear strong because as leader and oldest member, I could show any signs of weakness, or else the whole group would be uneasy. But that night, no matter how hard I tried to be strong, I was so scared. So many things that were at stake. So many things. And right now, I can't handle hiding the weakness anymore, especially with this stupid scandal. To make it worse now, I don't even know where to go once my time here's up. It's true, she can't back to her manager's place, not her own home. Unless she's not safe anywhere. And I've been in this kind of dire situation that she's in right now, so I can only imagine that the weight that she has on her shoulders. Her whole body's shaking as she finally lets out everything she's been keeping to herself, hiccupping from her intense cry session. Fortunately, I'm in no place to help her, as I'm just a mere convenience store worker. I literally have nothing to my name. But there's one thing I can do have that could help. Then, I guess you stay for a little longer. It's an impulsive decision, but if there's any other way I can lend a helping hand, it'd be this. Seeing her so pitiful like this makes it hard not to offer my place for a little longer duration. I mean, I have a place I'm not living with anyone else. How could I not offer? Her eye freezes and her head pops up from my chest as she walks looking at me with wide eyes. Like you said, you have nowhere to go, but you still have this place, right? Haku's still a statue, but I can see her mochi beginning to well up in her eyes, soon slowly trickling down her face. Her lips start quivering and she went shaking, tears now streaming down her face even faster. Oi, I often have to get you to stop crying, so why are you crying more? Mimi-chan, She digs her face into my chest, and I can feel my t-shirt becoming wet from her tears. I pat her head and calm her down as I see the time display on the clock. I suppose I shouldn't leave her alone right now. I have to change to get ready for work soon. I look down at her and slip quietly sobbing into my shirt, and ruin the mood by breaking the news to her. Oh, Hokuto, I have to leave for work soon. You're leaving? Yeah, for work. Haku's trying her hug on me, physically showing that she doesn't want me to leave. I try to stop myself from her, but her grip only tightens the more I push her away. Hokuto, you can't just keep me from going to work. With a dejected face, she eventually loosens herself from me and sits like a sad puppy on the sofa bed. Sorry, I got too emotional. I look down my t-shirt and I can see finally the damage is done to it. I definitely have to need to put in the wash tomorrow. I head up to my closet and grab a change of clothes. I'll be back soon, I promise. Hakuto only needs to lie down, exhausted from that cry fest from earlier. For her having calmed down a bit, I go change and freshen up as fast as possible before I'm late for work. All the info that was just dumped on me runs through my head. I feel like it was all just a fever dream. Hokuto? An idol? Let alone a canceled idol? I let out a sigh and trying to collect my thoughts and try to think more clearly. Could I have been off more like a chew? Should I have not offered? But I don't think the right thing to do, no? If no one knows she's here, both her and my livelihood should be fine, right? It should be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Right? I sigh out my words and finish putting on my shirt, fearing that if I dwell on the matter any longer, I'll be really late for work. I rush downstairs and let Hokuto know I'm leaving, but I find her fast asleep. Not surprising, that was probably the lot she had just went through mentally. Poor girl. I got the blanket laid on top of her before I rushing out the door to make it to work on time. How are we gonna get through this, huh? When I arrive home, the sun is already peeped out and begins to warming up the cold morning air. Throughout my whole shift, Hokuto was constantly on my mind, and my brain begins to processing everything from earlier that night. Now that I think about it, I don't even know how long she'll be staying here for. One more week? One more month? A year? The thought of her having a roommate after living alone for so long makes me regret my offer to extend her stay, even though I know she needs it right now. Well, at least she doesn't seem to be a bad roommate so far. I face on myself, still unable to believe that Hokuto's an idol, and canceled one at that. The whole fiasco from last night is still starting to take a toll on me. I let a big sigh, open the door with a little humble abode. Well, I thought I'd be greeted by dread, and I instead get greeted by a cheerful Hokuto. Okare, Minami-chan! She runs up to me holding a wet rag and looks at me with starry eyes. Why are you awake at 6 a.m.? I slept early last night, so I woke up naturally woke up early. And since I had nothing to do, I started cleaning the place. I suppose I escaped from me as I brushed past her into the bathroom for a shower. You don't have to do any cleaning or cooking, I told you that. It's the least I can do for you letting me stay here. Well, if it makes you more at ease, then by all means, I guess. I take a quick shower and head to bed while Hokuto continues cleaning, with me requesting her to keep the blinds closed so I can sleep. I watch her before heading up to my loft to pass out. She's a little clumsy, but she's devout and at the very least seems to be in high spirits in spite of yesterday's breakdown. Could be one of the defensive mechanisms by putting her on a strong front? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Not many people can go from an emotional breakdown to bright and cheery on the next day. Well, as long as she's feeling better. I leave her to it and try to focus on sleeping. She's about to fall asleep, probably from the fatigue of the workday and the trauma dump. A luck cloud jolts me awake as I check about Hokuto. Are you okay? Her head tilts up to meet my eyes, and she's hugging the remote control that I'm assuming is she knocked over while cleaning. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You just say that and not expect me. You can't just say that and not expect me to worry. I'm fine. Just go back to sleep. I raise my eyebrows at her, clearly doubting her ability to be fine. She shoos me away with her hand and resumes her cleaning. I do as she instructs and pop back into my bed, but instead of feeling sleepy, the adrenaline from the loud noise just now brought me back to life, seizing my sleepiness. Great. How is this clumsy bum the same idol I saw on Twitter? They're like the two different entities. Her mature, alluring images flash through my mind. I begin to second guess how I saw correctly. Is she the same on stage too? My curiosity gets better at me, so I grab hold of my phone and begin to do some research. Constellations Polaris. I suspect the first link that shows after hinting at entering were all pertaining to the scandal in the recent news of gossip sites and forums. I skip down to the non-gossip related sites and find a site that covers idol groups' profiles. Constellation member profile updated. Paste us with a photo of the group together, and I immediately spot Hokuto in the center of the group with a stronger makeup look, and a look I'm not used to. Other bandmates have a similar look, dressed in fashionable clothing that's much more revealing than your average cute Japanese idol group. I scroll down to see Hokuto first on the list. Ooh, not a bad look. Polaris, leader, main vocalist. Whoa, main vocalist? That explains a whole lot of how she can sing so well. Clues were there the entire time and I didn't even notice. Born in Kanagawa, birthday July 30th. Speaking of which, it's coming up soon, isn't it? Today's July 15th. Favorite foods, tuna onigiri, chocolate cake, grilled meat. Chocolo seeing the tuna onigiri on the list, wondering how she'd keep buying it at a few nights she was here. Chocolate cake though, huh? I'm gonna get her something small from a store, and I noticed we have some chocolate cakes in the dessert section. I think I want to know and continue reading. The rest of the items on the list go as far as revealing that she has an older sister, her role models, her favorite shows, and when she started singing. How do they even get this information? I assume it's like idol interview talks and stuff like that. Curiosity in me develops deeper, and I continue to open up the MeTube and search for the group's music. I listen to pop mainstream stuff. I don't listen to pop or mainstream stuff much at all, but I really want to see Hokuto in the limelight performing. The MeTube channel has 640,000 subscribers and features music videos, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes videos. I found the first music video, and due to my carelessness, I don't lower my volume fast enough. First notes of the song play out loud, rising easily through the tiny apartment. In mere seconds, Hokuto comes storming up to the loft and jumps up to my bed. Hello, dog. Hello. Wanting attention? Yes. I have a little more time to your dog. I can't give you attention yet. You have to leave. In a while, I'll be done soon, dog. Are you watching my stuff? No. You think I can't recognize the start of my own song? She tries to my phone and I dodge her grasp, saving my phone from being stolen. She tries again, but to no avail. I hide deep under my blanket where she can't reach it. Don't watch my stuff. Why not? It's weird. What do you mean it's weird? She sits up and pouts further, showing her just disprovement. It's embarrassing. It's your job. Shouldn't you gotten used to it by now? I pull out my phone and resume watching the video that now shows the group in flashy clothing dancing to the song. Minami-chan! I pretend to steal my phone again, but she fails once more. I look up at her and back at the phone, and back at her again, comparing Polaris to Hokuto. Charming and enchanting persona in the video contrasts heavily against a pouting baby sitting on top of me. Wait, she's sitting on you now? Hokuto on screen is like someone completely different from a whole another world. My eyes are drawn to the music video again. Every single one of the girls are incredibly attractive, especially when they're slightly revealing her clothing. However, my gaze somehow always ends up on Hokuto. Maybe it's because I'm trying to seek out her in the video. You're not different from the person in the music video. Are you sure this is you? It's the group's concept. I have no say in it. Do you know that this immature side of yours? I try not to show it, but if you watch the vlogs, you can see a little bit of it. Oh, good idea. I'll watch those too. Wait, no! I laugh at her reaction and she protests by hitting me and pulling on me, which reminds me that she's literally straddling me right now, making me flushed. Can you get off me? Ku crosses her arms with an unamused face. I'll get off you if you stop watching. No matter research isn't worth this embarrassing position. Does she not even notice? Per time I stops, I lock my phone and put it out of sight. There, now get off me. Ku's frown slowly turns into a devilish smirk as she caught onto my qualm. Whoa, oh. As I get off me like I requested, she gets in closer and pulls in on me, driving me under her ample chest. Looks like someone's not used to little skinship. Freezing out mere inches from me, resembles the seductive look she had in the MV music video, driving home that Polaris and Hokuto might not be the same persona, but they're definitely indeed the same person. I'm stunned for a moment, but snap back to rally and push her away from me. Shut up, get off me! Hokuto only laughs at the entertainment, but she always rolls off me and onto the floor next to the mattress, cackling loudly. I try to collect myself and kick her out downstairs so I can get a good 6 hours of sleep. And then she leaves me alone and I head back down to resume her cleaning. That girl, seriously. Grab my phone again and unlock it. Seeing the suggested video now that the music video is over. It's another song from the group, and I lower the volume to mute it, hoping Hokuto doesn't have any spidey senses to pick up that I'm secretly watching her group content. Next music video is much more futuristic visual compared to the last, but just like before, the girls are dressed in flashy, fashionable outfits. The dancing is perfectly synchronized, and they all look very stunning in every frame. I spot Hokuto and notice that she has black hair and a streak of blonde, posing not naturally and confidently for the non-dancing portion of the music video. Her butching stare as she looks in the camera while singing causes my heart to skip beat. She's so beautiful. Not saying that the others aren't, but Hokuto definitely has more of that power to draw you in my opinion. When the short video and music video ends, I head to the group's page and try to check out their vlogs. The video starts with one of their other members, and I start to dive into the video before Hokuto yells but below. I know you're still watching, turn it off! Should have a spike senses. I sign and comply, turning off the anticipated vlog and putting my phone away uninstructed. I should be sleeping anyway. I continue watching them when I'm not around here. Right, at least the secret's out now, and they're still getting along. What sort of will happen later on, huh? It's been around a week of living with Hokuto, and honestly, it's not too bad. Aside from like a personal space, she's awfully touchy, and I come to learn that that is my weakness. I can't count how many times she's spent me a skinship to achieve something. Her free time is usually spent playing the guitar and mooching off my Netflix account or cleaning. Can't imagine her being cooped up in a room for days on end with the inability to go outside. She probably has vitamin D deficient at this point. I'm surprised she hasn't gone haywire yet. Which I guess is a good thing. I won't know how to deal with that at the least. I take a look at her from the kitchen as I wash dishes, and she's shutting on the guitar and playing another tune I'm unfamiliar with. Her butterscotch colored hair and the slim back faces me, oblivious to me observing her. I'm now used to the periodic background music from the playing guitar, and it makes the day go by more enjoyable. It's a little less lonely. Watching her play brings me a sort of joy. She just looks so happy playing the guitar, playing and singing. Truly an idol through and through, and with an affinity for music. I've always thought of pop group idols as nothing more than visuals with lackluster vocals, so I never cared much for them. But Hokuto proves me wrong. You can have visuals and the voice. Music comes to an end when I return to my dishes. Not realizing that the time I was watching her, the countless splashing of the water had completely wet my shirt. Hell, I quickly finished cleaning and the raining dishes and joining on the sofa bed. As I sat down next to her on the cramped couch, she strikes up a touchy topic. Say, do you think I'll ever get to perform on stage again? Hokuto clutches onto the guitar tightly, and keeps her eyes on the floor. Such a heavy question suddenly dumped on me leaves me stumped. So all I can do is say some super surface level accompanying words. I'm sure you will. What if I can't? What if it was all that work I put in for then? My heart feels heavy, feeling the anxiety she's emanating. Everything she's worked towards, just calming down with a snap of a finger. The sounds in the room is deafening, but neither of us say anything to counter it. I stay silent in case I say something that might make the situation worse. I miss it so much. Hokuto's voice is barely a whisper, but it rings heavily with emotion. There's no way of knowing exactly what she's going through, but I try my best to cheer her up in my own way. I was about to pat her on the back, but a better feeling pops in my head. Wait, I know a stage you can sing on. She looked at me a little for the furrowed brows and a cocked head, confused. That is, if you want to step out. What are you trying to get at? It might be a gamble, but I think it'll be worth it. I'll bring you somewhere. Her face is filled with hesitation. She has stepped outside for the past 2 weeks. It can be a huge risk, after all. But the only thing I can think of to alleviate her worries and give her a stage to stand on, albeit temporarily. Her lack of answer is pretty telling how she feels about going out in public. Maybe it was too ambitious, or maybe not. I guess it's no. I'll go. I look at her for confirmation, as I thought she'd be too afraid. Are you sure? You don't want to force yourself. I want to go. Determination from her lights up a smile on my face. I'm sure it'll be good for her. Alright then, let's get you disguised. But I already have one. Now something less obvious. The way you were dressed now before made you painfully stand out. Tossing some clothing and accessories, giving her an outfit that has more of a summer vibe than winter, but still something that would make her blend in with the crowd. I get trying to cover you up as much as possible, but people are bound to be looking at you with your previous getup. Okay, but seriously, where are we going? Flash your toothy grin, compliment she'll love it. You'll see. Maybe we can get a wig for her at least? I'm not sure how well that works as a disguise. We step out of the cab and And the light, and blah. We step out of the cab and the bright light blinds us in the dark night. She looked at me completely not expecting me to take her here. All I do is give her a smirk and drag her inside. In a hurried steps, we head inside the karaoke joint, and I quickly find a room for us below before we stay in one spot for too long. Enjoy your time here. The hallway to our room makes the place look empty, but boisterous sounds coming from the room around us proves it otherwise. People busy, loudly belting out either party songs or ballads, slowly building the karaoke type hype in me, and hopefully Hokuto. When we arrive at our room, Hokuto hastily removes her disguise and stares at me in disbelief. The dark room is with the neon and strobe lights flashing everywhere, creating a party atmosphere. Karaoke was the last place I thought you'd take me to. I thought we were somewhere with people in a nice stroll on the beach, where we screaming out our deep ocean out of frustration or something. You're crazy. Ah, sorry, we already did that in our story. That idea was already taken. Screaming at the ocean? What specific example? What movie or game she got that idea from? We can leave if you want. Well, that wasn't what I meant. I crack a smile. No singer could resist at the karaoke bar. Without even instructing her, she grabs the controller and starts searching for songs. I may have been confident that she'd like this place, but I was a little worried that there would be a chance that it could be a blunder. Now I just have to worry about her not cracking when singing in front of Hokuto. The first song she picks is an energetic one. She really gets into it. Could you secretly be a party animal? I don't recognize the song, but I pick up the tambourine and hype her up alongside the first fast-paced music. She looks happy playing the guitar at home, but she looks like the life in her has finally returned to her soulless body. It relieves me, knowing that she'll be able to finally enjoy herself a little bit after being cooped up for so long. As the song nears its end, she's reaching for the controller and starts putting a ton more songs. What songs do you want? I'll help you put them in. Oh no, I'm okay, I'm not singing. What do you mean you're not singing? You can't come here and not sing. I brought you here for your sake, so you sing your heart out. That's no fun, you need to sing with me. Come on, what do you want to sing? Put something in. And I thought I could avoid embarrassing myself by not singing, but she doesn't seem to be taking my no for an answer. I'll make you take out the controller as she starts her next song, and look through the song selection. Most of the songs that I listen to are way too obscure and indie to even be here, or way too hard to sing, so I usually opt towards the oldies that I listened to growing up with my parents. I pick up songs and nervously wait for my turn, stressed as I'll be singing in front of someone that can sing really well. Dear God, please help me. Hokuto, on the other hand, is having the time of her life. It looks like she has an even better time when it's finally my turn to sing. Minami, Minami, Minami. Having my own cheerleader makes me more nervous, anxious, but I try to pretend that she's not there. So it's hard to pretend she's not here when she's constantly cheering me on. Until we cracked and sang off key in the first song, but I soon get accustomed to singing in front of her, and start having fun alongside Hokuto. Once I relax, so do my vocal cords, allowing me to sing with my full potential. Woo, go Minami-chan! Hokuto applauds loudly and looks at me with an awestruck face. Oh my god, Minami-chan, you're such a good singer! No, I'm nothing compared to you. Nonsense, you're really good. I feel my face heating up from a genuine compliment, and I'm thankful that the dark room can hide it. You totally have what it takes to be a singer. Have you ever thought about it? Her saying that reminds me when Sora told me I could be an idol. I laughed, picturing myself as an idol similar to Hokuto. Hell no. Now that you at least upload some videos on covers on YouTube, you definitely get a lot of views, I'm sure. I'm probably fine being a non-celebrity. You should try, I'm serious. Oh, it's my song next. Next song that plays has a slower vibe. A popular ballad that even I know due to its sheer popularity back in the day. So now her songs are, well, all fast-paced songs. So a little surprised to hear this play. The melancholic melody transports me back to my younger days when this song was playing everywhere. Aww. I watch Hokuto intently as she begins the first note, and I instantly become mesmerized. She's pretty good singing in the previous songs, but her true talent shines here when she's not fooling around and music overshadow her angelic voice. I'm brought back to the day when I heard her sing from the outside of my apartment door. Hokuto's voice is full of no wavering, filled with emotions as if she's going through the exact feelings of the original singer. The lyrics are bittersweet, talking about remembering a first love. The way she sings with so many emotions make it seem like she's singing from her heart, recalling a past of hers. She sings each note perfectly, adding a bit of her own style to it. My attention is fully on her, basking in the live performance and the captivating her vocals. She's not wearing anything flashy, nor is she being on a big stage like performances I've seen on MeTube. But this karaoke performance holds just as much power, if not more. She's really good. That's not a moment that's not a moment I'd miss out. That's not a moment I miss, and it's not a lie to say if I said I didn't fall in love with her then and there. I don't even notice it, but the song ends and she waves in front of me, snapping me out of my hypnosis. Minami-chan? Dang, was the battle song so boring that you had ended up spacing out? No, sorry, I didn't mean to space out. I was just... You're really good. Like, really good. You're able to bring up such raw emotions, as if you're expecting the song lyrics. It's so different from the stuff I've seen you do before. Oh, stop it, you're making me blush. I just love singing love songs. That's all. It's my favorite type of song to sing. Slow love songs and ballads really put your vocals to the test, you know? They're so fun. Kind of ironic that an idol who's not allowed to date sing love about love. That's also exactly why I love them so much. I haven't been able to feel love for so long because I'm not supposed to. I don't get to meet enough new people that aren't in the industry. Now, even if I do end up dating someone from the industry, we have to hide it like they're no tomorrow because both of our reputations would be at stake. I think I've given up on finding love. I thought it's tough out there being an idol. You belong to our fans and all I get it, but I want to experience love again too. Yeah, that's the one thing about like the Japanese idol culture that I've always been like never quite understood, but I guess it's just the Westerner me not being able to understand that. When was the last time you dated someone, if ever? I've never dated anyone before. I could have, but I moved schools before I was able to muster the courage to confess and never got to in the end. Seems like she really singing the song from experience. Sorry to hear that. That's okay, that was many years ago. I got busy with idol training anyway. Speaking of, how did you get into idol business? I imagine it's not easy. I wanted to be an idol ever since I was a kid. She claps her hands as she stares in the distance with starry eyes. I distinctly remember seeing KOA on TV pouring Listen to My Heart when I was 66 years old. I was blown out of my mind. She was so pretty and she was so good at dancing. Oh my god, and being able to sing like that while dancing, she was so cool. She was so different from the others. I aspired to be just like her. Stars are practically beaming from her eyes. I begged my parents to let me join a talent company and started professionally training to be an idol at the start of high school. Then 3 years ago, I got to join Constellation, and here I am. My dreams of life have jump-started, but now... Who would snap back to reality out of her situation, and her face turns dismal, dropping the mood, and I try not to let her sink. Put a hand on her shoulder and give her a reassuring smile. Hey, we're here to forget all about and have fun tonight, aren't we? Ranch Cookie reached for the controller and searched up an old song that was once very popular. Cutscene intro begins and I turn to Hokuto, ready to put her on spot. Ready for her to put on yet another performance. Do you know this song? Her tense face relaxes, she chuckles, putting the mic to her mouth. Oh, do I know this song? When the first words come up, she immediately singing the song together. That has been ingrained in our brains since childhood. For the remaining time we had at the karaoke bar, the two of us singing our hearts out. It was great to see her let loose and have fun for a bit, even if it was just for those 2 hours. I know it probably wasn't anything much, but she seemed to be she enjoyed it. The rest of her set list for the night was mixed with a mixed bag of ballads and hype songs. But no matter what song she sang, she always gave it her all, and she shone so brightly, so dazzling. If I wasn't a fan before, I could say that I am now. For 2 hours that we were there, it was like we were left behind in the rest of the world, and it was just the two of us. There's no one else has ever had that much fun. Unfortunately, time flies by when you're having fun. The 2 hours were already up by the time we know it. I could have placed the mic on the table and slumped her in her seat, exhausted. Oh man, that was a nice sing session. Who looks at me with a huge toothy grin on her face and reaches out to my hand, causing me to flinch a little from the sun touch. That was a blast, Minami-chan. We gotta come back again. I turn her face and reassure her request. Sure. Good put on her hat and mask back on, and two of us head back to reality. Date successful. Let's go. After arriving home, the tiredness steadily in both of us, so crash on the couch and just doze for a little while. I forgot how much energy uses up. Hokuto leans her head on my shoulder, and the back of our hands make contact from our proximity. Thanks for the little field trip. No problem, I hope you enjoyed it. Of course. I was skeptical at first when you said you'd give me a stage to stand on, but it was a pretty good stage. As long as Popstar approves of it. It was nice to sing out to love like that. I hope we can do it again soon, and... Because Susan stops midway and I feel a weight on my shoulder. I look down and see her passed out, using my shoulder as a pillow. Her head on my shoulder soon creates a warmth on that area. I feel her slowly breathing it out against my arm. I can see her long eyelashes against her fair skin, along with the rest of her pretty face. She's sleeping soundly and calmly, unlike that one time she slept without her furrowed brows. Thinking back on that one night where she asked to sleep with me reminds you that it's already been 3 weeks since you started living here. Yeah, it feels like it's been longer than that. Maybe it's because I see her every day. I brushed her straight hair out of her face, careful not to disturb her slumber. Sleeping is probably the only time where she can probably properly rest, and not think about the whole disaster going on. People sleeping puts me at ease, hoping that I help out somewhat. I'm glad she's feeling slightly better than before, even if just by a little bit. Her eyes slowly dripped close, and all the energy expanded at karaoke. I forgot how tiring karaoke could be. I make use of her as her head is pillow and leaned lightly on it. I myself could use a little nap too. Cute. Cute. What comes next? And another week has flown by, and I'm officially off graveyard duty. As happy as I am, my sleep schedule is now even more messed up as I try to sleep and wake up at normal time again. I sit down on the couch and unlock my phone to do something doom scrolling. No, don't doom scroll, it's bad for you. Goodbye to the big 2320 on the screen, along with Wednesday, June 29th. I can actually press on the Instagram icon and let me scroll down and browse the photos. Tomorrow's her birthday. Tomorrow's her birthday. Most of the scenic photos that the person I'm following has posted a picture. Most of them are scenic photos that the person I'm following has visited, or pictures of food that they ate. I liked a couple of my friends' photos and comment on some, but I get interrupted by my roommate. Hokuto kneels down next to me on the armrest and rests her hand and head on it, looking up at me. I see her in the corner of my eye, but I continue looking at my phone. Why are you staring at me? Do you want to go out? I do a double take, forcing me to look back at her with a bewildered expression. What? I want to go out somewhere. Oh, that's what it is. I turn my attention to the phone. You wanna get caught? No, but... Comes around and pops on next to me on a tiny cramped couch, gently shaking my arms and pleadingly. I've been craving an outdoors since the karaoke outing. I can't stop thinking about it. I need to go out, please. You're free to go out, the door's right there. There's no way I can go out alone. I guess you're stuck here, huh? Come on, please, I'm dying, Mimi-chan. I look at her and she stops whining, looking at me with sparkling eyes. Fine, we can go to the park. The park? What am I, a kid? With the way you're acting right now, yes. She sulks and sends a judging squint towards me. I get up and she releases her grasp my arm. So do you want to go or not? Her eyes roll and she gets up as well, heading to the bathroom with a slumped body posture to change. Fine, let's go to the park. Hey, going out. We both head off to change and get ready for the outing. Hokuto on to the bathroom and I to my loft, despite it almost being almost midnight. Which, speaking of midnight, before I change into my pajamas, I head to the fridge and pack a little something in my bag. Oh, she did remember. Nice. When we reach the park, the first thing that Hokuto goes for is a slide. I on her hand and sit at the nearby bench and watch her enjoy herself on the playground. Climbs up the little stairs and slides down the slide that barely seats her little butt. Her giggles ring out throughout the dark, empty park, where the only illumination comes from the rusty lamps surrounding the playground. Now souls around aside from us, as everyone probably at home tucked away in bed, preparing for tomorrow's day. Come join me! No, thank you. You're missing all the fun. It's okay, just watching you is entertaining enough. I guess that is my job after all. Hokuto continues going all the way to the playground equipment, including the monkey bars that are way too low for their height, where she surprisingly completes the circuit with her legs bent so that she not to touch the ground. She takes a seat on the horse spring rider, and it's funny seeing her little body on the tiny toy meant for children. She laughs out loud while rocking back and forth on a small horse. Man, I used to love those as a kid. They're all so fun. That and the swings. I was a swing kid back in the day. And also the type to jump off the swings at the highest point sometimes. That was always fun. Swings. And of course, the merry-go-round was also something I really enjoyed a lot. Just spinning around, having fun. I must be going insane for having this much fun just from a playground. Agreed. A faint light in the night sky catches my attention, and I point directing her attention to it. Look, it's you. Craig follows my finger and she laughs sarcastically at my observation. Ha ha, very funny. That's probably a satellite or something. It's hard to see stars in the city because of the light pollution. They don't know to look for you in the sky if I ever get lost in the middle of the night in the middle of nowhere that's not in the city. You can even try if you can even identify the Big Dipper. Isn't that the bright star in the night sky or something? Hokuto scoffs and gets off the little horse and sits next to me on the bench. That's a misconception. The bright star is Cyrus, not the North Star. Polaris isn't even in the Big Dipper. It's the Little Dipper. Oh, you seem to know a lot. Then why are you staying in Polaris when you're the Big Dipper? Yeah, because I totally want to be a Bigu Dipa. Fair enough. I check out the thought of an idol named Bigu Dipa. Could you just use a Hokuto? Yeah, at first my company wanted to use my name as a stage name because how unique it is, but I suddenly refused and they came up with a Polaris instead. So you can see from where the Big Dipper is. I see, that's cute. Still, I've never met a Hokuto before, let alone a female Hokuto. What's why your parents named me Hokuto anyway? There are female Hokutos out there, we're just rare or fictional. What an interesting name to choose for a girl. My parents wanted a boy, so they had a name lined up, and I turned out to be a girl. They ended up keeping the name, and I despised it as a kid. I always got made fun of or was mistaken for a guy. My parents tried to make me feel better by saying that I could stand out and I'm special, hence a special name. I also didn't buy any of that. Eventually I ended up just accepting it and stopped caring about it. But people still raise an eyebrow whenever I tell them. Geez, why couldn't they just name me something normal? I would have been perfectly fine with it being Hana or Hinata or Hibiki or even Haruka, but no, I got Hokuto instead. It's okay, at least you seem to be owning the name the older you get. I just get accustomed to it, that's all. We could do quietly sitting next to each other as we both end up doing our own stargazing. Rather, satellite gazing. Something nice to just sit. It's sometimes nice to sit in comfortable silence. As soon as interrupted by an alarm, my phone goes off. Starting both of us, Hokuto and I took it to turn off. A phone call? No, an alarm. Gives me a quizzical look. For what? For? Instead of telling her, I decided to show her instead. Actually, close your eyes. Her quizzical look intensifies. Just do it. With some hesitancy, Hokuto complies, closing her and covering her eyes with her hand. I turn to my bag and pull the thing out I brought with me, making sure to be quiet as I take the cover off. The dog's looking sure, but she's still hiding her vision, and is not preparing the final touch to her surprise. With a click, the flame on the candle is lit, and by the lighter, With a click, the flame on the candle lit by the lighter joins the playground lamps, lighting Hokuto's face even more. So the candle flame wafts through my nose, and I'm sure it's already traveled to Hokuto's nose as well, potentially ruining the surprise, but her eyes are still kept shut. I then prepare for my sole performance. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, man, that's so cute. Happy birthday to Hokuto. Happy birthday to you. Hokuto's eyes open wide upon hearing the song. She shakes it and scene. This isn't a fancy cake or anything, but happy birthday. She brings her hand to her mouth in astonishment and looks at me with brightly lit, dewy eyes, illuminated by the candlelight. When she drops her hand, her mouth gapes at the tiny chocolate cake I brought from my workplace, surprised to no end. Oh my god, Mimi-chan! Go on, make a wish. Her eyes meet for a moment before she looks down the candle and shuts her eyes, pressing her hands together to make a wish. After a moment, she blows out the candle and the darkness engulfs us again. I dip through my tote bag for the fork I brought, but then I hear Hokuto's wavering whimpers. Through the darkness, I hear her starting to tear up. They're supposed to make you happy, not sad. I am happy. She sharps tears of happiness on her wrist. What was all that's happening right now? I thought this your birthday would be miserable and lonely to one. Then you're really lucky that I did research on you. If I didn't, I probably would have forgotten from that first time you told me. I even got you chocolate one, apparently one of your favorites. Stalker. Hey, do you want the cake or not? If you don't want to, you just say the word and I'll eat it myself. I pulled the cake away from her and sealed it with my body. She thus cute and latched onto my arm, pulling the cake back towards her. I'm joking. Of course I want the cake. I dropped back and laughed together with her as I hand over the fork. Birthday girl digs in with savors of chocolate goodness, as if it isn't just a convenience store-bought cake. I mean, hey, cake is cake. It's good no matter what it is. Chocolate is truly the best flavor, and you can't tell me otherwise. Agreed. Just then she brings a piece of cake toward me. Do you want to try some? No, I'm good, thanks. Come on, you deserve for at least some of it for playing the whole surprise out. Say, was this what... What was this... Yeah. Say, was this what was in the mysterious brown paper bag in the fridge with the do not touch label on it? I read the back of my neck thinking about how corny the cake hiding scheme was. Yeah. You're so funny, I guess it worked. I didn't peep at it and didn't ruin the surprise. Now hurry and say ah. As embarrassed as I am, I reluctantly follow her command and take a bite of the chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is something special compared to the higher-end pastries or bakeries, but still pretty decent. And what matters is that she still liked it. I watch her happily enjoy, which brings a smile to my face. She takes a bite with a smile, eating little by little to savor the small cake. She shifts her attention to me, looking at her and raising an eyebrow. What? Stop watching me eat. Nothing, you should have a lot of chocolate around your mouth. Hokuto immediately covers her mouth and screams for help with her eyes. Did she bring any napkins? I burst out laughing at her reaction. I didn't think she'd be so concerned about seeing how nonchalant she usually is. I'm joking, it's not that bad. Well, except for the corner of your mouth there. I reached into the pack of tissue and wiped the corner of her mouth that was stained with a bit of chocolate. There, now you look perfect. I know that you are. Thanks. I go shy away and continues eating the cake with her in silence, soon finishing it and leaving no crumbs behind. You didn't go for the whole classic move of wiping with your thumb and then licking it off? Not gonna go that far yet? Fine. Seems to have still been effective anyway. Thanks for the meal. Thank you for the meal. She puts the container and fork back on the bench and licks her lips, relishing in the remaining taste of the cake. Her body leans back and her head tilts up to look at the night sky again. Seriously though, thank you. I couldn't have asked for more for my birthday. She tilts her head towards me and shows me a kind and warm smile, grateful for my little surprise. I even get all this private performance from you. The blood rushes to my face and I think back to my singing of happy birthday. My hand drifts to the back of my neck again, rubbing it nervously. You already heard me at the karaoke. This isn't anything groundbreaking. It's different, like an acapella this time. Once again, she shows me a cheeky grin that you can't hate even if you wanted to. I rest my head back on the bench and accidentally touch pinkies with Hokuto, causing me to jump away hastily and feel my face heat up some more. Well, don't expect an hour acapella performance again. Does that mean I get the one once a year, and it's the only happy birthday song? Yes. Aw, stingy. Today's happy, I unlocked my phone and find that time is already sped by, being 12:40 already. Think about time to head back. Go and slide your little slide. Go and slide your slide level. What? Yeah. Go and slide your little last slide and swing your last swing. It's okay, I had my fair share of fun playground already. You sure? Let's go. Yes, ma'am. We slowly make our way back to my apartment, giving her one last bit of freedom before she has to go back and get locked up indoors again for the foreseeable future. She's not wearing her disguise again. She's not wearing the glasses or mask. Is this where she gets spotted again? And chaos erupts again? Path home is dark and quiet, and lit only by the street lamps, as most houses already have their lights out for the night. Hokuto slowly closes the gap between us and tugs on my shirt. I look at her and see what she wants. Can I hold your hand as we walk? What? Why? I'm just a little afraid. Her eyes look around cautiously, as if someone or something will jump out at any moment. You were fine earlier, no? Houses still have their lights on. It was a little brighter. Now it's just dark and eerie. I held out my hand hesitantly, but she obviously slipped her hand into mine, with us now walking shoulder to shoulder, picking up our pace. It's a little unnatural for me, but I put up with it, and it gives me a small sense of security, too. You sure do love to invade people's personal space, don't you? At least this time it's for a good reason, though. True. Her hands are pleasantly warm, fitting perfectly into mine. I feel a slight rush of heat creep up my face, and I suddenly become conscious of Hokuto. She clings onto my arm with her other hand, and I'm already afraid of my palms might start getting sweaty. I swallow a nervous gulp as I think more about us holding hands and our close proximity. Her grip on my hand tightens, and I feel my heart skip in our beat. What's making me so nervous? I've held hands with platonically before, so why does this feel different? I try to steal a sideways glance at her, but I'm not sure if it's my imagination, but I feel like we briefly made eye contact before she shifts her gaze elsewhere. Pretend that didn't happen and continue taking my strides, eager to get back home. I got a place once more, in which Hokuto follows suit, and the place soon becomes visible in the dark. Oh, they're both getting nervous now, both getting nervous. Our hands are still intertwined until the very step to the front door, when I let go to dig into my house keys. The handle feels cold in the touch after holding Hokuto's warm hand. I unlock the door, and we step into the bright apartment. I hid in first, followed by Hokuto, but as I take my shoes off, I remember I grabbed today's mail yet. Oh, wait a second, let me go grab the... I spun to grab a little too fast, not realizing Hokuto was right behind me. I then bumped into her, trapping her between myself and the door. Woohoo! They're being pretty frequent with these. Nice. Both of us freeze in shock from the sudden proximity. Neither of us make a move to part from each other yet. Our faces are mere inches apart, lips nearly touching each other. My eyes lock onto your lips to prevent them from making contact, but the more I stare, the more I want to close the gap. Much to my surprise, Hokuto doesn't push me away, frozen in shock herself. I look to her, trying to gauge her emotion. Her eyes slowly meet mine. Our eyes meet, but neither of us say a word, out of shock. They look at me innocently, as if waiting for my next move. Those rosy lips of hers distract my eyes for a split second, but in that mere split second, the image of her lips burned in my brain despite me looking up and meeting her flawless face again. Instead of our eyes meeting, I notice her eyes fixed on my lips. Her look is what seals the deal with the devil on my shoulder, and I go for it. Oh! A small moment, our lips brush against each other. It leaves me desperate for more, but it's as if that brief touch was electric. It could create a spark that brought me back to my senses. The edge on my shoulder pulls me back as if the gravitational force and I crushed into the wall behind me, knocking over the small figurine on the shoe drawer nearby. I covered my mouth in shock as I reached the Pandora's box that I nearly opened. No, I think it's open already now. I think it's a little too late for that. Hokuto mirrors my wide-eyed expression, in which, as we both try to get a grasp on the situation. My eyes are all over the place, trying to avoid eye contact with Hokuto as my mind starts to race in disarray. Sorry. Neither say a word, and I'm the first to break the tension and leave the Hokuto at the entrance, eager to get out of the awkward situation that I had created for myself. I would have been ran out the door if Hokuto wasn't blocking it, so instead I booked into my loft and hoped she didn't follow me. Which just came over me. Why did I do that? And why didn't she stop me? I scaled my head to sort out my thoughts. There are some more important things to worry about now. Just how I'm gonna face her tomorrow. How am I gonna face her for the rest of the night? I know she'll have to hold myself up here and not go down until she falls asleep. I look across the lot, expecting to see her head hop up the ladder, but I don't see nor hear anything. Which is of course for the better, but I sort of want her to ask me questions so I can figure out the answers myself. But if she's not confronting it, I'd probably scared her off. Oh my god, I screwed up big time, didn't I? I forgot everything. I wish someone would conk my head and give me amnesia. My brain is in overdrive, and I think of all I think it was the image of Hokuto inches away from me, calling my heart to beat faster and faster. Combat that, I bury myself under the blanket and turn off the little lamp on the floor next to me as I try to fall asleep, hoping to erase the whole thing from both my mind and Hokuto's memories. Just tiny little peck, just tiny little kiss. No big deal, really. Next morning comes, despite me wishing it wouldn't. I wish I wake up with my brain fried as I worked overtime thanks to last night. It's a bit of remember Hokuto's face up close and the shape of her lips, the sensation of them brushing against mine. And all of it just happened out of the blue. The image isn't just imprinted into my head, even if I try to erase it. I facepalm again and begin to wonder what I'm going to do with myself. It's going to be so awkward and weird once I sit down there. What is she going to say? What am I going to say? Oh my god, I wish I could just take back last night. Should I just pretend it didn't happen? But then I get to bed when I finally notice that the sweet smell coming from the kitchen downstairs. I want to face her anyway, so I might as well face her now, no matter how nerve-wracking it'll be. It's inevitable. I can't just stay up here forever, as much as I would like to. I wearily make my way down and find her drizzling honey on some homemade French toast. She herself is almost dressed, and is also dressed like her usual having to get up at home. She knows my footsteps and greets me with her usual self. Ah, wearing pants again, are you? Shame. Good morning. I tried making French toast. It's pretty simple, so I had to make do with what we had, but it's something. Go brush your teeth and get ready to dig in. I'm pretty proud of this, if I do say so myself. I freeze on the spot and taken back by the normality of everything. I look at Hokuto and see her paying no attention to me as she focused 100% on the plate I'm playing of the French toast. I head to the washroom to get ready for the day as she instructed, but still wary and trying to gauge the situation. There didn't seem to be any awkward vibe, just from what I can gather. She's being her normal self, as if nothing had happened last night. Was it all just a dream? Did it actually not happen at all? Well, if she's acting like nothing happened, then I'll gladly follow suit. That's what I wanted, anyway, right? This makes things 10 times easier. If she also on the same page as me, wanted to pretend it never happened. Perfect. I quickly brush my teeth with a lighter heart and start making my way back to outside the tiny dining room table. Sweet smell of the fresh homemade French toast travels throughout the apartment, making the whole place smell like a dessert cafe. I sit down and bring my plate over, along with my fork and knife. He said there's nothing much earlier, but it looks pretty delicious. I carve a piece out of the caramelized toast and take a bite. It's overly sweet for my breakfast, Prince, but I can't bring myself to tell her that. It's pretty good. Yeah? She stares at me at me eating, and I start getting uncomfortable, so I strike up the conversation at some small talk to make things less awkward. Aren't you going to eat? Oh, I already did. Oh, what time did you wake up? About an hour ago. Rare, I know. I got woken by a phone call. I was suddenly told that the 2 times out meeting by my manager. That's new. I'll be leaving in about 10 minutes, so I'll be setting out first today. Is everything alright? I'm not sure. Something to do with my scandal. My company and I are going to have to go back and forth the past few weeks about it. It's been tiring. I had no clue what was happening at all. Yeah, I mainly had to avoid calls when you were out, so it is a confidential matter after all. I never realized. I thought she was just fooling around here at home the entire time. There's probably a lot of things that she hadn't told me or couldn't tell me. Yeah, I don't know what the meeting is about, but most likely talking about next steps or something. There might be a chance I'll be home late, so don't worry about making dinner for me. Feels a little weird. I've gotten so used to living with her that I forgot that she's not going to be living here forever. The past month felt like so long, but it seems like it's been forever. It's finally coming to an end.
Self-voicing enabled.
No.
Self-voicing disabled.
I didn't know that was a thing. My appetite suddenly disappears, thinking about it. So I continue cutting out another piece of toast and force her to eat. This could be very well my last meal she'll ever cook me. Might as well savor it. Kudo's phone goes off and she tucks it into her pocket. Oh, my manager's here. Hokuto hastily gets up from her seat to make her way to the door, but she trips on a dinner table leg and about to send herself to the floor. Huh? My reflexes act fast and catch her in time before she scratches that pretty face of hers. Are you okay? It isn't until her long hair falls against my arm that I realize our bodies are unknowingly melted together, akin to last night. Hokuto looks up and makes eye contact with me for a quick moment before hurriedly separating herself from me. Hoku, I'll be taking my leave. She puts on her baseball cap and big sunglasses and mask before stepping out the door, slamming the door behind her before I can even reply to her. Have a safe trip. In a few moments, I hear the rev of a car drive off in the distance. I just back to the dinner table to finish my sweet breakfast. Still in the apartment seems foreign all of a sudden, despite me having lived here for the past 3 years. Aww. Pick up my fork and knife. Only sounds of cutlery scraping the plate and the periodically dripping the faucet keep me lit company. Was it always this quiet before Hokuto started living here? I gotta get used to this again. I try to clear my hand to eating, but the plate French toast stares at me as I stare back at it, thinking about nothing but Hokuto. The lack of distractions in my apartment brings me back to memories of last night and the awkward incident just now. Was the way she pushed me away and ran out earlier. She definitely hates me after yesterday. That was so awkward. I thought what we went down at last night, then rushed back in tenfold and caused me to cringe on myself for even allowing that to happen. I tried to kiss her. Why in the world would I try to do that? That could have ruined everything, but I still took the risk to try. Why? Was it because she didn't push me away? Because she didn't freak out and snap me out of it? I touched my upper lip where I made brief contact with Hokuto's lips and try to recall the emotions. It's both nerve-wracking yet exhilarating at the same time. What would happen if I actually fully went in and kissed her? A surge of feelings come up and my face starts to warm up, confirming my suspicions. I take a deep breath and cool myself down from my jumbling thoughts. There's no questions about it. I can't deny it even if I wanted to. Over the course of the month, I've been seeing her every day, hanging out with her every day, greeting good morning, saying good night, coming home to her, dealing with her silly antics, hearing her sing, and everything in between. At first it was an annoyance, but the more time it passed by, the more I've not only been charmed and I think I developed forbidden feelings for Hokuto. The realization is a blissful feeling, but it's also intertwined with anxiety, remembering just who I'm in love with. Hokuto, in other words, Polaris, an idol, who has a dating ban and should not be dating. My heart's like a roller coaster, dropping down after reaching the peak of a hill. Everything, even if we were to date secretly, I don't think it will end well. Nothing good ever comes out of hiding a relationship. Heck, I don't even know if she's into me like that. She didn't push me away, but she could have been too shocked to do anything. A guy trying to kiss her would seem like at least somewhat more expected, but a girl trying to kiss her, she'd probably shocked to be core. She'd very well be pretending that everything's fine today because she must have forget it all. Shit, I was afraid of it all too. I rubbed my hair in frustration and trying to think straight. But you can't think straight, you're gay. I try not to say anything, pretend that didn't happen. She's just as she's seemingly trying to do so. It should be fine to continue ignoring it. I'm sure it's a little crush because I've been living with her for the past month and some. Feelings will go away sooner or later if I do. Right? I rush to finish those to get away the thoughts out of my mind and toss the plate into the sink and start getting ready for work. You can't think straight, you're gay! That's impossible! Later that night, the sun's long disappeared, making way for the moon as I slowly make my way back home. Plastic bags filled with groceries slow my trip down some, creating a numbing feeling on my hands as they dig into my fingers. I double checked to see if I picked up the tuna onigiri and Cola Zero into one of the bags. Thought I'd buy it for Hokuto and for the old time's sake. She said she'll be out for dinner, but maybe she could have a midnight snack if she likes to. My steps pick up as I imagine the goofy, excited smile she's shown after seeing her favorite snack. When I close the door to the apartment, I spot Hokuto's shoes, signaling that she's home already. I'm eager to give her a little surprise tuna onigiri. Tadaima. Oh, she's not gone yet. I kinda thought she'd be leaving for good there. As I near the dining table, dropped the heavy groceries, I see Hokuto packing stuff into a big bag. Oh, now she is. And what are you doing? Minami-chan. As soon as she noticed me coming in, the bag is filled with the essentials I bought such a set of underwear and the rest of her clothes. Hokuto looks at me with a pained demeanor, even though she should be happy with the news she's about to tell me. My skin is cleared and contained. I can go back now. I blink a few times to wrap my head around the news. I'm happy for her, but at the same time, I'm somewhat feeling a pang of sadness on the inside. Oh, wow, congrats. And why didn't you tell me sooner? That's great news. I try sounding happy, and I generally am, but I don't know if she was delivered properly. She's quiet and looks to the floor, avoiding eye contact. I just found today during the meeting. Well, then it's good that news, yeah? Well, it's good. It's all good now, yeah? It's good that the scandal cleared up and relatively fast. I'm sure you didn't want to be hanging for months on end. I guess. She goes back to packing her little things in the bag, probably given her to her by management. When they're leaving, there's head and pause where Hokuto replies in a low voice. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Oh, that's so sudden. She entered my life in a flash and will vanish just as quickly. Grace remains on the mind as if she had something she wanted to say, but she resumes packing. The room goes quiet and stale, so I try to liven up somehow, albeit not doing a good job at it. She's leaving my apartment. It's not like she's dying. I'm sure I can see her some other time. There's no need to be sad. I just don't know how to smile. I guess I don't need to deal with the freeloader anymore, and you don't need to hide anymore. You can go back to the world that you belong in. Honestly, you're probably lacking so many nutrients by staying indoors this entire time. Hokuto doesn't laugh. I was thinking of giving some time for addressing her for the brief kiss, but I think I don't have the time to spare. I'll ask her, but would it even matter anymore? She'll be gone. And she might leave me on a sour note. What's the point? My brain knows that, but my mouth decides to run without thinking straight. Because you can't think straight, you're gay. There's something I want to ask you. She opens her eyes wide. What is it? Shit. My mouth goes dry and I freeze up, my cold feet creeping in. Silence feels overwhelming, causing each second to feel like eons. Minami, say something. Do you need a ride tomorrow? You dimwit, you don't even have a car. Her expression falls flat, with a slight twinge of disappointment to it. No, my mayor's gonna pick me up. Hey, I sure drapes over as we look at each other again. Then I'll see you tomorrow morning. Once again, she holds eye contact longer than I expected before finally looking away and placing her large bag near the sofa bed, making it easily accessible for tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get ready for bed early tonight. She walks toward the bathroom door, and I gently go to put the groceries away after hearing the news. Before she leaves me alone and heads to the bathroom, she stops in her tracks. We're apparently holding a small performance at Lily Mall next week, Friday afternoon. It'd be nice if you come by. A performance next Friday? I'll see if I can. Having door closed as I open the fridge, placing the forgotten groceries. I bring a couple things away, and I come across the tuna onigiri and Cola Zero that I got buried in the midst of everything. Maybe it can be her breakfast tomorrow morning before she leaves. I place it on the most valuable, visible fridge shelf and continue putting away everything else. Sound of Hokuto turning on the bathroom faucet, and I just heard, and it reminds me of how quiet it is it'll be without her. I have to stop being so sentimental about her. She's not like me. She's just a stranger that I housed for the past month. But I faced a stranger every day for the past month. And I might have fallen in love with said stranger because of that. I smacked my head in frustration. How could I not be sentimental about her? I can't even tell her about it. I let out forlorn sigh, knowing I can't do anything. It's fine. It'll be over once she leaves. And it'll all go back the way it was. But you can always try. Maybe like a big dramatic play, or maybe like a big dramatic showing of it. And we go to her show and like grab her on stage and kiss her there. Maybe we'll do something dramatic like that. Next morning, Hokuto places her bags next to the entrance, all dressed and ready to leave right when her manager arrives. I end up giving her my set of clothing something I lended her, as a souvenir or something. She double-checks the bathroom to see if she's left anything else after I've finished brushing my teeth. Then she leans against the wall across from the burner stove and looks around the place, presumably taking all in before she leaves forever. I myself lean my shoulder on the wall with my hands in my pockets, sheepishly sitting next to her. So this is goodbye, huh? She tilts her head towards me and looks at me with her big magenta eyes. Didn't have to be. We have each other's numbers, and I'm the only one color text away. You'd probably be too busy with your work and all, no? I can find a way to make time. You're gonna have to fit me into your 5-minute bathroom break. You know I don't work 24/7, right? I shrugged nonchalantly and give her a who knows look. Who sighs briefly and stands up straight, keeping her eyes on me. What I'm trying to say is that I'll miss you, and I want to keep in touch with you, dense brick. Her sudden bluntness brings a chuckle out of me. Oh, I'm honored. Even in times like this, I still have the tendency to sound slightly sarcastic. Perhaps it's the ease of the nerves. I'm serious. Just when I get startled by a sudden surprise hug. I freeze a little bit, but relax fairly quickly and hug her back. Her chin rests on my shoulder, and I can feel her shallow breast tickling my ear. And I'm serious too, and don't worry about me. We live in completely different worlds. You're probably forget about me soon. Sounds especially pessimistic when I say it out loud. If I'm going to forget you soon, do you have any last words you want to tell me? Whose words travel directly into my ear canal, sending a shiver down my spine. All I can do is stand there like an idiot, wanting to let go, let alone tell her. Tell her I want to keep in touch with her. Tell her I'm going to miss her little antics about how annoying she was. Tell her I'm going to miss her hunting throughout the apartment. Tell her to stay. Tell her that I've fallen in love with her. But what use would it have if I do tell her? She's an idol. Even if we were to date in secret, that's going to be undoubtedly end up in a disaster one way or another. I'm sure she knows herself that. What am I to her? There's a high chance she doesn't even see me in that way. I tie my grip on her hug and swallow all the words I want to say. I'll miss you. Her palms ball in a fist against my shirt. I can feel her shaking this slightly. She pulls us apart and grabs my arm, looking straight at me with solemn, damp eyes. Miyu-chan, the moment between us gets cut off short when the phone rings, so then the manager has arrived. I'll come out now. Hokuto gets my arm loosens, and she takes a deep breath while looking at me one last time. I have to go. Take care. Her arms let go of me and hangs at her sides, walking away to the front door. She slips into her shoes and whilst grabbing her bag, I quietly stand behind her to send her off. However, she's only freezing in her steps once she cracks the door open. She continues staying still, holding the door ajar. Could she forgot something? Oh, just another balloon flashed before my eyes, turns around and bolts toward me, finishing what I was afraid to do a couple nights ago. There we go! There we go, that's how you do it! You gotta go for it, even if it's gonna be difficult. Screw the scandals, screw the idol culture that says you can't date or fall in love. Screw all those people, let them be free! Kissed us only a second before she dashed out the door. I don't even have time to react. I stand there speechless, checking the area she kissed. She hit just half my lips due to haste, but I still feel it lingering like it has sort of a burning sensation. All sorts of emotions swirl inside of me, making me unsure what to feel. Joy, regret, emptiness. I'm confused and overwhelmed, so much so that I lose my footing and lean against the nearest wall for strength. I told her that I wanted her to stay. Would she have stayed? I racked my brain thinking why she didn't tell me her feelings before leaving. But I know that's the answer already. She's an idol, and that's not allowed to date. Taking a secret would be tremendous risk for her. There was no point in telling her because of what would have come of it. Nothing. I look at the door she ran through, and it fully hits me that she's not coming back. The end result wouldn't have been any different. There's nothing I could do. To collect and calm myself, I opened the fridge to grab some water to clear my chaotic thoughts. When I open the fridge, though, the tuna onigiri sitting in front of me like bottle Cola Zero mockingly greets me, as I completely forget to give it to her before she left. Fuck. I close the fridge door and run my fingers through my hair, still struggling to calm down. Why did she have to kiss me? Why did she have to open Pandora's box? If she hadn't, I could have gone on my day normally. If she hadn't, I could have just suppressed the feelings. So what am I gonna do with them now? What can I do with them? Now that we're not even with them, now that you're not even within my grasp anymore. I sighed at this point, and stared off into the ceiling as my brain shuts all down. I wish you hadn't kissed me. Don't say that. Don't say that, girl. You know you enjoyed it. You know you wanted it. The next Friday, I go slam the locker door shut and rush to the convenience store without saying goodbye to my coworker. Guaranteed to make a dash to the station, hoping to get some slightly less late than I would be if I walked leisurely. Fortunately, I wasn't able to leave early, so I hope I won't miss too much of the performance. The group personally invited me too, and I can't even make it on time. I feel bad if I missed the whole thing. I should have asked how long I would go for. But then I called in sick, damn it. The train promptly arrives and I reach the destination and I managed to catch it, hoping I'd be able to see at least a bit of the show. Please don't make it in time. Just as I predicted, I'm late to the concert. Running out 40 minutes after the start of the show. I practically run toward a huge crowd of people and try to get a good spot. But since I'm so late, the only space is at the very back, where many heads are block my view. Loud music blasts across the stage as the five-member group dances and sings. They're wearing stylish outfits, all white outfits that manage to show some skin tastefully, consisting of skirts, short shorts, and boots and heels. The white makes their colorful hairstyle even more, emphasizing how they're the main character of the show. Many people in the front row are cheering at their names loudly in unison, a chant of some sort, showing their full support and love for the group. I do my best to try to tiptoe and try to get a glimpse of Hokuto. Aww. There she is. She's happily singing, dancing and singing along her members. Something I've never seen live. Being able to see it with my own eyes on a sight is dazzling. It's fun to see her having so much fun, just like her at a karaoke outing. And it's great that there's so many people supporting her and her group. It's at ease knowing that she's not alone anymore. All 5 of them move in perfect sync, not missing a single beat of their dance routine. The group altogether is impressive, but my eyes keep locking onto Hokuto, still unused to her onstage persona. She moves effortlessly, all while showcasing her charm and charismatic features, making everyone cheer loudly. Her vocals are stable despite moving around constantly, setting her singing parts like it's no sweat. She's absolutely captivating my attention and enraptured by her. However, the more I watch, seeing her in this sort of environment makes me seem like her completely different person. And not in the way where it's because she looks like different than how she was at home. But she seems more foreign and further away from me than I thought. Almost as if I'm watching a stranger. Feels a little scary. I would just home the fact that we come from 2 separate worlds, and that I don't really belong in her world. The music ends, they strike their final pose, and that goes well for the girls. All 5 of them link hands and bow 90 degrees, thanking the fans for coming and watching. They take their time to wave the masked people all around their farewells, and slowly make their way backstage. At least before the show ended, even if I barely made it. They continue playing their songs in the background as they leave stage, and the audience slowly all disperses, buzzing into my dumbfound itself. I stand still, looking at the stage where the various TV screens showcasing the girls' group shot and their logo. Haku stands in the middle of the others, with all of them looking coolly at the viewer, oozing with charisma. My mind still remembers the performance vividly, remembers just how bright Hokuto is shown on stage, even if it was a small tone one. She's a natural-born idol, alright. I chuckled quietly to myself, feeling that I really fell in love with an idol. At first she felt so close, but now she seems beyond reach. Maybe it wasn't even her. Maybe it wasn't ever meant to be in the first place. We crossed paths by sheer chance. Rather, I shouldn't have fallen in love with her in the first place, especially after knowing she's an idol. Seeing her perform live as Polaris makes me realize that these feelings had to die eventually. So today might as well be the final wake-up call. And maybe that's fine. I'll go back to my everyday work schedule, and she hers. It'll be as if nothing had happened. Easy. Right? I'll continue supporting from shadows, just like today. I'm sure she'll be content with that. Besides, she already has so many supporters out there. She'll be fine without me. Besides, shove my hands in my pockets, taking one last look at the photo on the TV screen. Hakuto's image stares right back at me. Rather, the idol Polaris. Who knew I'd fall in love with an idol? I would never want to be interested in the first place. I always thought they were too over the top, too pandering. But here I am, harboring feelings for one myself. How ironic. I turn around and follow the rest of the crowd, slipping away from the stage and continuing with their day. With that bittersweet feeling settling in, I was making my way toward the exit of the mall and head home quietly with an empty head, trying my best to come to terms with the conclusion I decided upon. But maybe she saw you by chance? Maybe she still saw you by chance there? 2 weeks later. After the realization after the realization hit last Friday, it's been easier trying to get over Hokuto. Especially since it's already been a month since she left. I've also gotten busy and decided to pick up guitar back up again. During times I'm not working at the convenience store, I'm working hard to master the electric guitar as a local guitar shop that offers lessons. It helps keep my mind busy and stops me from thinking about Hokuto. Unfortunately, 100%, as I still vividly remember her playing my electric guitar when she was here. But we haven't been really texting much, as both her and I have been very busy schedules. Me with learning guitar, going out with friends, working, etc., and her with her activities. Busyness helps me move on faster, but sadly, feelings don't die fast. Minor things still remind me of her, especially throughout the apartment. With lack of contact between us two, I can definitely feel a slowly drifting apart. Makes me feel sad, but it is what it is, and probably for the better. One step at a time, maybe you'll soon forget about her too. A message pops up, and I think it's from my friend group, but my heart stops momentarily after unexpectedly seeing Hokuto's name said. The world doesn't seem wanting me to forget about her, apparently. My finger moves over the location, and I feel apprehensive talking to her again. After all, it's been a while since we lost contact with each other. However, my heart takes control, and my fingers tap on the notification, pulling up her screen on the conversation between her and I. Are you awake? Yeah, what's up? Want to meet at the park? I want to catch up. It's this late? It's 11 p.m. There's no time during the day, and I probably shouldn't be walking around at that time anyway. We could probably just calling each other then. But I want to see you. Just a few words got me all riled up and my heart beating. Stop that heart. Fine, what's your ETA? I'm there already. What the heck? Okay, I'll try to get there ASAP. I can't believe you're there alone at this time, you idiot. Immediately the mission, I jump to my feet as quickly as possible and get changed. Probably running out of the house to make sure Hokuto isn't in danger in the park alone. I'm out of breath by the time I reach the park area, looking around in the dark for the idiot. I spot her sitting in the swing, wearing the same disguise I gave her. Her back is facing me, but I can recognize those clothes anywhere. They're mine after all. I approach her, but she didn't notice me until I stepped right up in front of her view. Minami-chan, do you know how dangerous it is to be out? Hokuto leaps out the swing and attacks me with a tight hug, catching me off guard and by surprise. I don't know how to react since I haven't experienced her hug in such a long time. Before I can make a move, she pulls it and holds onto my hands. Just such a zebra, huh? Minami-chan, I miss you so much. Nearby lamps highlights her face subtly, showing me her sad expression. The feeling of joy rises in me as I try not to let it show too much, so I direct that energy elsewhere. I ruffle her hair and nonchalantly reply, "It's only been a month, buddy." She protests about me, at me messing up her hair and grabs me to stop me. Hey, is that how you treat someone after not seeing them for a month? Maybe. I laugh and take a seat in one of the swings and she follows, resuming her previous position. So, how have you been? You stopped texting me. Should I get straight to the point, huh? Well, I've been busy. Busy with what? I thought I picked up learning the guitar again. Oh, that's great! Yeah, so I've been just focused on that. But you also been booked and busy, right? You stopped talking to me as well. It could give me a guilty expression under the dim light. I want to text you, but it's hard to find time to take a seat and start a conversation. The evening's ramping up again, and the most I could do was send memes. I know, it's only natural that text stopped. There's no reply as she continues staring down the floor, still feeling guilty at having no time for me. I try to change the subject to lighten the mood. What are you doing here? What are you doing here so late? Running away again? I just want to see you and catch up. You feel so bad that you had to come out at night alone just to see me? Yeah. It was a very quiet reply, but with just that one word, and it caused my heart to skip a beat again. I take a deep breath and control my breathing. It's because you weren't there during that mall concert. Oh, I was there, just hidden all the way back. I only managed to arrive at the very end of it, and I couldn't get a good spot because it was so late. But I was there. You couldn't get mad if you're not being there. Oh, that's so. I was really hoping to spot you in the crowd somewhere, but I couldn't and was a little disappointed. But knowing that you were there lets me rest easy. Sorry. I wanted to make in time, but my ship ended at 5 and getting there took about 40 minutes. No, it's fine, really. You still managed to come and see me at the last bit, despite all of that. It means a lot to me. She swings slightly back and forth in the swing, while her gaze is still on the sandy playground surface. Not really saying anything, leaving the squeeze of the swings, the only sound echoing in the night. I don't know what else to talk about to continue the conversation, but it doesn't seem like Hokuto knows either. I'm not sure if this silence is a comfortable one, and for some reason I feel compelled to get rid of it. I dig out my brain to figure out what to ask Hokuto, and the only thing I desperately wanted to ask her about is the kiss she gave me before she left. What did she mean by that? Was it just her being touchy, or was it something more? And is this the best place to ask? If I don't know now, I might never get the chance. I could just leave it be, but I really want to know. It was so much, and some mouth runs off again, out of the blue again, fully committing this time. What did you mean by the kiss that day? Hokuto freezes immediately and stops her swinging. I face her and see her hands gripping the swing chains nervously. After a long pause, she finally responds, but with a question instead of an answer instead of the answer I was expecting. Well, what did your kiss mean? Why did you try to kiss me back that night? I get thrown off by the same question that shifts and that focuses onto me, leaving me at a loss for words. I'm prepared to be the one doing any answering. I try to call my thoughts that night, but everything was such a blur at that moment that's hard to put into words. Frankly, I don't know what came over me. It was initially an accident when I crashed into you, but being so close to your lips triggered something in me. I didn't know what it was at first, but after starting it out, I realized. I gulped nervously before spilling the beans, afraid of everything that might come after. But I plucked up the courage and shared my thoughts. That I like you. Romantically. And me trying to kiss you was my feelings taking complete control of my body. And I pulled away at the last second because I realized I probably shouldn't have done what I did. I thought it scared you when you pretended like nothing happened the next day, so I played along, wiping it from my memory. There was no way of knowing how you felt about me, whether you were disgusted or if you reciprocated. I wanted to ask, but I was too afraid. I didn't want you to leave me about a bad note. Since you pretended like it didn't happen, I continued to let what happened just be a mistake. That is, until you kissed me. But it was already too late. My own hands tightened around the swing chains, like Hokuto's, trying to calm my nerves, after having just spit my feelings out. There's a long pause where Hokuto takes a deep breath and spills at her side of the story. They should know exactly what my kiss meant. Her dark stern eyes land on mine, seeking out my emotions. That night, when you tried to kiss me after your return from the park, my heart was beating so fast I was surprised that you couldn't hear it. I still distinctly remember our lips briefly touching and wanting more before you pulled away. It was at that moment I confirmed that all the strange feelings I had whenever I was with you. Before that, I thought it was just me feeling grateful to you at first, but the more time I spent with you, the more I questioned myself. I was so confused, especially because I hadn't experienced love in so long. I constantly doubted myself, forcing myself to think that it's nothing. She looks away abashed and emotional. But every time you came back from work, every time I hung out with you at the home, I was giddy with excitement. It took me a while to realize these feelings. Realize that these feelings were those that I felt oh so long ago in middle school. And slowly I came to the terms that I kept feeling those emotions because I fell in love with you. It was so frustrating. It's been so long since I felt this way about someone, but I couldn't even act on it. That's why I pretended like it didn't happen, because I knew it wasn't going to happen. Both of being unable to date as an idol, most importantly, having to go back to our on the spotlight. But that was all I could have done. To show you that I could have feelings for you too, and let out before I had to leave. I kissed you because I wanted to know how I felt, and before we might never see each other again. Girl's voice trembles, unsteady as she tries to pull back her sobs. Tears are steadily streaming down her cheeks every time she wipes it away, her sleeve. They just keep coming back. Even though you knew we couldn't have been together, it's kind of cruel, you know that. It's true, it would have been hurt less if she didn't let me know that day. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. But I guess it's just what it meant to be, huh? But that's what I want to try, and wanted to give it a shot. Frieza stands up and towers over me, looking at me with a tear-ridden face and furrowed brows. Speechless at her son courage and stared at her in shock. She wants to try it out? I stand to her left alone and wonder what she's going on in her mind. You want to try secretly dating? Do you know how terribly risky that is? And if we do you know how hard it'd be for both you and me? You had to have thought about that. Not to mention you just got out of a scandal. Do you not want to get another one? Hakuto shrinks away from my harsh words and averts her gaze, clenching her jaws and fists. She clearly she knows all the precautions, yet she's still willing to pitch the idea. I can tell she's idiotic or just plain reckless. I'm not gonna feed into her recklessness. I hold her arms to look in her eye, showing her that I'm not joking around. And look, Hokuto, I don't want you to get hurt and go through all that just because you went through again. We only know each other for a month. It's not that deep. You'll forget about me soon enough, eventually. Oh, come on. Her eyes are still on the ground, but as soon as I finish my sentence, she stares down with a furious look. You keep telling me to forget about you, but tell me how I'm supposed to do that. All of a sudden, she grabs my shirt and starts jostling me with rage. I really tried, but you've been on my mind ever since that day I left, and I keep thinking about you everywhere I go. I thought that going back to the activities would get you out of my head, keep me busy, but everything reminds me of you. I hate it. I hate that I can't help but think of you no matter where I look. I like you a lot, and I really never thought I'd ever experience love again until you came into my life. She pulls herself close, resting her hand on my shoulder longingly. So don't tell me to forget about you. Please, I don't want to lose you. I'm left speechless after her heartfelt outburst, but no words are able to form from my mouth. Her words are full of pain, which in turn hurts me too, hearing how much she's been suffering because of me. She stays completely still while holding on to me, waiting for a response from me. I wanted to comfort her, but my brain is too disorganized to even try to find a decent reply in this tight situation. Dating in secret is not a good option. Dating outwardly is also absolutely not an option. The only option is to go our own separate ways. I'm sorry, but please think this through some more. We can't be together. There's just too many risks. I want to be with you too, but this is just for us. We're just far from different worlds. I don't belong in yours, nor you in mine. And who decided that? She pulls away and her tear eyes shine in the dark moonlight. She looks exhausted and empty. Broken. As she's got no more cry left in her. Her voice is hoarse and barely audible. Yet seems to echo through the empty playground where only the two of us exist. The question rings out through my mind. Who did decide that? Me? Because it's what's best for her? Isn't it? It's the most logical thing to do. I'm doing this for her. Doesn't she understand? Love has never been logical in the first place. Love your feelings and feel those love. Blah. I did, because it's a fact. We lock eyes for a long moment, full of unspoken words, knowing that saying anything more would only lead us in circles. Haku was the first to look away, dropping her arms and breaking the physical connection between us. Should I go back to my own world? Is that what you want? I swallowed nervously, trying to say yes without sounding too harsh to her, as if I actually want her to leave. Because deep down I don't want her to leave. Just like on that day, I want her to stay. But just like that day, I hold back my words. Come on, Minami! My throat stops me from saying the words as the internal battle happening in my heart continues, causing my brain to short circuit. Haku tried to take a step back and looks at me with a melancholic look. Although the step was a small one, it creates a distance so far that I can already feel her slipping away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the inconvenience I've caused you. I'm sorry for being selfish. You're right. It really isn't a good idea to be together. But it just can't bear to lose you. Tears start rolling down her again, and she's shaking from her, holding back her tries. I'll make sure not to call you. I'll make sure not to message you. And that way, I'll be on my way to forget you, just like what you want me to do. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted her to do. But I hate hearing her say it aloud because it's not truly what I want. She knows that. Wait, Hokuto. I guess this really is goodbye. I don't think that without even waiting for what I have to say, not that I had anything I could say, Hokuto turns away and starts sprinting in the darkness. Honestly, I grab her arm, unsure what I even do after holding her back. Where are you going? Her turns around, only halfway, but I can still hear her and feel the impact of the cold words. Back to my world. The words from her mouth sting me brutally, hearing it come from her. She delicately slips out of my hold and continues on her way, gradually getting farther and farther away from me. Was this really the right choice? My brain's telling me yes, but my heart's screaming no. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted, wasn't it? This is the safest outcome for Hokuto. I watched the scooty figure in the dark get smaller and smaller, soon disappearing in the sharp black car on outside sight. And what's more, like that morning, I found myself standing here, defeated and alone, uncertain of the emotions twisting inside me. But it's over now, isn't it? It's over. For real this time. No, we can't have things there. Come on. We gotta figure something out. We can end on a sad note here. After all the happy stories we've had. After that night, we completely lost touch with each other. I tried keeping up with Hokuto with her group activities, but the more I checked in on her, the more it reminded me what happened. Eventually I stopped following her group, as the feeling inside my chest felt worse and worse every time I saw her. With her complete gone, no messages, no memes, no performances, and no constellation blogs, the days passed slowly yet quickly, one by one, as each season gives way to the next. No, we can't have a sad ending here. We can't have a sad ending, no! Summer quickly finished, sun quickly shifted into chilly autumn, which then faded into a blank winter. Before blossoming into spring, only a return to devastatingly scorching summer once more, rinse and repeat. I myself I kept busy as I continued learning guitar seriously, especially quitting my convenience store job and took over sales position at a guitar shop. Pay isn't substantially better, but at least it's something I'm interested in. Though I can't deny that I don't miss the free food on the soon-to-be-expired section at the convenience store and a short commute. At least it's a lot more chill here, and I continue learning more about guitars and learning how to play. It's a small shop, but it's quaint and made a name for itself among its regulars. I'm having way more fun working here than at the convenience store. Though I can't say I don't miss the little rascal Sora. She was crying when she found out I was leaving. Who knew that little devil had a sensitive side to her? She couldn't expect me to stay there forever, right? Aw, come on. Over the course of 2 years, Hokuto had slowly turned into a far memory of mine, which I shelved in a folder and tucked away in the mental cabinet. That will now be covered in cobwebs if it were real. I don't consider it a bad memory, which is why I haven't thrown the folder away. It's been long enough to reminisce sometimes and smile back at it, remembering the good times. Who knew just a month or so time was enough to impact me that hard. The spontaneous meeting started as a rare spark, but ultimately fizzled out. It was what it was, and it couldn't be helped. And although I would have wanted to end it differently, it's nothing I regret. Hokuto may never cross paths again, but I'll always cherish the memory of her, even if I ever never get the chance to meet her again. No, we cannot sadly, please, no! No! Oh, where are we at? Oh, where did the manager put it? We're not done yet, we still have time to turn us back. Please turn us back around. We can't end on a sad note. I moved hay boxes to try and look for the package that he said left in the bag. Customer let that order to pick it up today, but the manager forgot, and now I have to pick up his slack from misplacing it. Then he put it on somewhere in the front. I swear I thought I saw it. After looking around some more, I finally spotted the tiny package that fell from the floor, hidden behind the big boxes. There you are, you little troublemaker. I take a look at the name of the package and catches my attention. Hokuto? It's a weird name if I've ever seen one. I better put this in the front of the counter before I forget. I start putting the big boxes back in their places. I hear the automatic doorbell ring, notifying the customers arrived. I dust off my hands and apron and briskly walk back to the front of the store to greet them, making sure to bring the package with me. I take a look at my watch and it's 3 p.m. and I find it a little curious. That hour is usually empty since most people are either at work or just getting out of school, so rare for anyone to come in, especially for such a hole-in-the-wall shop like this. Irashamase! I turn into the corner to greet the customer, but I stop in my tracks and my jaw drops and my eyes widen in disbelief, shocked with the sight of the last person I ever expected to see. Yes, here we go. The girl standing in front of me has the same caramel hair color, just like I remembered, but styled in a similar way. Wait, maybe a little shorter? She also has the same expression as me, astonished and frozen in place. We stare at each other for a long moment, trying to register in our brains the person we're looking at. Minami-chan? The moment I hear that voice, my body immediately relaxes and an uncomfortable wave of emotion comes over me, acting on its own. Hokuto? She walks up to me slowly, still not believing her eyes that it's me. I myself don't believe it's her either. I'm tempted to touch her cheek and check if I'm dreaming or not. Well, you don't look any different from before. All sense of formalities fly out the window when I hear her cheekiness, and then me from 2 years ago naturally comes back and bickers with her. Later in the moment, her infectious giggle travels through my ears, and a little bit of heat rises to my face. Sorry, I just feel like my time hasn't passed by without seeing it all. At all seeing you again, especially since you look the same. I give her an exaggerated, amused face, showing that I don't have to find it funny. It's not like you look that much different either. But wow, I never thought I'd see you here. I rubbed the back of my neck due to my nervous habit. Why am I so nervous? It's because I haven't seen her in so long? Did I forget how pretty she was? Or could it be that all the buried and suppressed feelings are resurfacing after like a volcano? Let them erupt! Let them erupt! Oh, yeah, I quit the convenience store and started working here a little over half a year ago. Oh, that's good for you. You did say that you picked up guitar again, right? Makes sense that you're working here. How's it going? You should play for me one day. No way, I'm not that good at it. Nonsense, I'll be with just that. She took the spotlight away from me. I turned back to her, asking her about her life updates. And what about you? What are you doing out here? Can't soloist Art walk around checking out the guitar shop? Soloist? Soloist? Yeah, but wait, a soloist? When did you become a soloist? What happened to Constellation? Oh, wow, you not been keeping up with me? Have you not been keeping up with me? I'm sad. She pouted slightly and showing me a puppy dog eyes like I took away her favorite candy. Well, I was never one to follow idol groups anyway, and we drifted apart. I know. Her pouch shifted into a bittersweet smile, indicating that she isn't offended and fully understands what transpired 2 years ago. I graduated from Constellation and decided to branch out and do my own thing. It's been a good 5 years after all. It was a tough decision, and I knew it'd be a long and hard road, but I decided to take that leap of faith. My members were all really supportive as well, though of course sad. Luckily, a lot of people, my fans, still support me despite me leaving, so I'm really grateful for that. It totally feels less tough getting sent by scheduled less is much more relaxed compared to before. It's only been 4 months since I became a soloist, so maybe I haven't faced the hardships yet, but I'm already working hard on my new single, and I already have decent high hopes. Well, so much happened in her life, and then it's been 2 years, and I had absolutely no idea what was going on at all. Oh well, that's really exciting news. I'm happy for you. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm hopeful that this new reductions will let me do more stuff and and open more avenues. That's good. As discussion topic dies off, a wave of awkward tension washes over us as we stand there, feeling uncomfortable and unable to find the right words, rather overwhelmed by the many words we want to say. Anywho, what can I help you with? Are you looking for a new guitar? Oh, no, actually I'm here to pick up something I ordered. Oh, I don't recall seeing a package here named Hokuto, though. Let me take a look. No, I put it on a different name. Tokudo. Tokudo? Ah, a light bulb goes over my head as I look down at the small box in my hands. What's with you and rare names? I tried coming up with a fake name, I tried coming up with a fake name, I just put my name backwards. And then I found that Tokudo is an actual name, and that someone has. Kind of surprising. I think she's a Japanese dancer or something, but I digress. I passed the package to the rightful owner, and our fingers brushed against each other, sending a small jolt of electricity through me. She holds the package to her chest and stands still, eyes darting everywhere while the stillness of the guitar shop surrounds us. Maybe I should make some small talk to ask her out to catch up one day, but will she even have time? I know she says she's becoming more free, but she's still a celebrity, no? Will she want to be in public? Does she even want to talk to me after I've told her to forget about me? Is that too hypocritical and selfish? Be hypocritical, be selfish, feel your love, accept it. It's been 2 years. You wasted 2 years on this. Ah, screw it all. You go first. We both chuckle at our synchronization, and that breaks the ice a little. But the awkwardness comes back in full force. You can go first. I hold the back of her neck and look at the floor sheepishly, nervous to ask. Do you want to grab coffee or something after my shift? That is, only if you want. If you're free to decline, of course. But I thought that since it's been so long, it'd be nice to catch up with and chat. But you probably don't want to do it in public, right? Then maybe we should find a place that's more private or something, or maybe just scratch at an idea. I could have burst out laughing, interrupting my rambling and making me blush as I realized I'd been going on and on. Flat comes to stop, and she gives me that warm smile I've never thought I'd see again. Yes, I would love to. I constantly take a breath in relief in hearing her say yes, and all my nerves relax just like I just finished an important interview. A small cafe I visit often with my friend runs. Someone to worry about my cover. We can go there. Huh, sounds good. I'm off in about an hour. Is that okay with you? Mm-hmm. My thumb fidgets as I struggle to continue our conversation, only recalled that I interrupted her before. Oh, was there something you wanted to say earlier? Oh, I was just gonna ask you the same thing. How you wanted about you at a catch up? Create my things I like, I guess. And then I missed you. Oh, my heart. Ugh. Hearing those words stuns me in place. The feeling comes rushing back. Happy to hear that she missed me just as much as I missed her, even though those feelings were buried deep down and under. I decided to tell him my truthful thoughts and not hold back. You go, girl. I miss you too. Her fingers play with the hem of her sweater, and she gets restless, looking at all the places over again. Okay, I'll come back in half an hour then? Yeah, in an hour. Cool, nice, yeah. Cool clumsily turns around and heads to the exit, and I resume my duties to try stopping my heart from beating so fast from both excitement and nervousness. But she halts before opening the door. Hey. She turns around, meeting my eyes with a gentle glance. Do you think we can start all over again from the beginning? My overbrain doesn't compute. from the beginning? Yes. And what do you mean? Like this. Hokuto approaches me and extends her hand for a handshake, lips curling in a soft, sweet smile. Nice to meet you. I'm Hoshizora Hokuto. As simple as that, huh? It flew right by my overthinking head. I can't help but smile back, brings back to how we first met and how different it was compared to right now. We only know each other's names from the moment. We didn't even know each other's names from the moment we met. First conversation we had was her telling me to hide her. 2 years really have flown by just like that. It does feel like we're starting from the beginning again, except formally this time. It'll be different this time. And the only time will tell where it'll lead us. And well, what's the worst that could happen? I reach out and take her hand, giving it a firm shake as we exchange the handshake we never had. Nice to meet you. Tsukumiya Minami. It would have been nice if they ended with a little kiss and just like getting right back with each other. But this is nice feel too. Aw, extra drawing! Oh, it's so cute. Aw. That's so nice. And here we are, once again. Afterward. Hello, thank you again so much for playing to the end of this little visual novel. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to have more fun with this, as I was worried about meeting expectations at the beginning. I thought this game would be longer than last year's, but this game was a little bit on the shorter side compared to last year. I guess it's because it's because it's a pretty fast burn, but also still somewhat of a slow burn. I mean, it did make them wait 2 years to sort of get back together again. Even if they'll be quick again, I would still like to see them kiss one more time. But also still of a slow burn. Also, it's this first game where they technically don't end up together explicitly. I was debating if I wanted to use this open ending or not, but I thought it was most realistic. I thought that there weren't enough to build up to warrant them dating, or even if they did date secretly, while Hokuto is still an idol. I feel like they'll always lead to a breakup and causing dating, because dating a secret never ends well. So even if the game ended up being with them dating, I felt it wouldn't feel satisfying to me. Hence this time skip ending with them finding each other again, properly. And then the other viewers' interpretation, and it's up to the viewers' interpretation, but you heard it here first. They for sure end up dating after getting to know each other again, somehow or another. I coined that as canon. You heard it from here, folks. Thank you. Fun facts this time. All characters with the names here have relate to the sky, e.g. Hoshizora Hokuto is literally Starry Sky and Big Dipper, and Tsukumiya Minami, Moon Palace and South Beauty. And Sora, Sky, Yoko, Sunshine Child. Hokuto's stage name is Polaris, and Polaris is north related to North Star, while Minami is south related to the south. Kanji in her name. This year's game was inspired by a lot of things actually, from songs to themes to idol groups to Cho's song Waiting for You. Mainly the whole concept of being in two different worlds, and maybe I don't belong with you in the world, don't belong in your world. The contrast between sexy and baby Hokuto was slightly inspired by Hwasa from Mamamoo. We love our little Hyagi. Hokuto being the younger sibling, plus being put in the leader role, was inspired by Solar from Mamamoo. The song that Hokuto sings with Minami was were the lyrics to Juni's Promise, which I think encapsulates their feelings for each other and how they end up meeting each other again, finding each other again. I think the lyrics really fit the ending of this game. I really wanted to make a cover of the song and put it as an ending theme, but alas, I was not able to get the sync license. Really, I really tried. The other groups says AKB48. The other group, Constellation, was inspired by F5VE. I don't know how to say that. Where they have a more sexy, mature, older concept than say AKB48. Lol. Which was why I was going to do at first. I wanted the gap between Hokuto's baby side and her stage had to be more apparent. The singer that Hokuto looked up to, KOA, is based off of BOA, and the long song that Hokuto sang at karaoke was Utada Hikaru's First Love. Perhaps I'm showing my age, but there are also a few nods to older games, hoping to spot them. That I did. As always, once again, thank you so much for playing. Hope you enjoyed this game, and if you haven't already, please check out my previous games. If you love this one, don't forget to share and spread the word. Thank you again. Now from the CEO. I feel like with every new game that releases, there's more and more that I have to say, lol. Anywho, thank you for reaching the end of this game. And with every game, I feel like it's one that's a little choppy, especially in the beginning. But, oh well, I really tried. This year's game feels a little rushed, but not gonna lie. I got consumed by web fishing, unfortunately. And then I had Moonbule's solo concert in Montreal. Struggled with writing and story, as always, I've had my doubts about the plot and storyline. What's new? Things like, is this realistic enough, or does this even make sense? Is this going to be going way too fast? I think it's going way too fast. Is there enough to build up? Is there enough of a build to warrant them getting together? Yeah, a lot second guessing myself in my insecure area. Lol. Hopefully getting out of it, but I digress. I tried to have some more fun with this, as I was worried about meeting expectations at the beginning. I still am in the end, but I'm always worried that the next game has got to be a banger, or else I'll disappoint everyone, lol. But I have to remind myself that, even though there are a lot of people that look forward to my games, I'm making these games for fun, and because I'm passionate about making them. Hell yeah, that's always what you gotta remember when you're making a story or product that you want to share with the world. You always gotta love it yourself before you can let other people love it. You always gotta love it the most yourself. If you don't love it, then what's the point of you making it? I'm making my games, I want to contribute to the Yuri community. Though it's hard to not think about meeting and not meeting people's expectations when there are people that people that like my games look forward to each year's game, or am I just projecting? I constantly feel like I gotta outdo last year's game every year. Again, I somehow managed to pump out 5 CGs in like 10 to 12 days, so that was wild. Good job on the CGs, they are very good, they are very cute. In bigger news, next year is the 10th anniversary of Team Pim. Can you believe it's already been 10 years? I can't believe that at all. I feel like just maybe 5, but no, it's been 10. Insane. Someone could have played my game at my 16-year-olds, and now they'd be 26. Crazy. I got something biggish lined up for the celebrating the 10th year anniversary of Team Pim, but I'm not gonna promise anything now. I also already have an idea for next year's game too, and I'm super excited to work on it next year. Kind of. I'd like to try something a bit different in the future too. I kind of want to envision a short story I had written back in 2013 and make it into a visual novel. It'll be a little darker, colon 3. But real talk, after next year's 10th anniversary game, I think I've come to terms with that I'm going to slow down a little. I love making games like these, I love making these visual novels, but dang, they take up a ton of time, and I've been wanting to focus on my art skills a little more. I haven't had time to sit and experiment and practice for the sake of practicing due to so many personal projects, and such as this and others. An anime convention tabling prep every year, etc. So I think it's high time I went back to do that. So I think it's high time I went back to do Sad. To do that, Sad, but it is what it is. I'd like to take it more slow and leisurely, and probably just make one every other year or something. I've been creating visual novels for 10 years. 10 years is a long time. I think it's good to pause and take a longer break. Again, thank you for playing this game through to the end. Until next time. Hey, this was great. I love this game. It was super sweet. All these little... Sure, maybe some could say it was a little bit of a shorter story in the long run, but I think it still had plenty of impact. It was very cute, very wholesome, and it was a nice story I liked a lot. Especially this birthday scene, it had my heart melting. Just look at this one, they're so cute together. Like seriously, you can't not do something like this for someone and then not get back together again after having a bit of a break. Oh, and having it immediately followed by moments like this too. Oh, I love these games. They're so nice, all of them. And yeah, definitely, if the creator needs to take longer breaks to make these games and make them better for how they believe to be better, then by all means, they should absolutely do that. By all means, it'll be, if they can make a story like these, only within 1 year or so, then I can only imagine how much better a game they can make if they take proper rest and proper time to make it with every other year. And I'll definitely keep an eye out on this team and on for other games that they make in the future. Oh, but alas, that's the final one. We've done all 4 now. All in basically chronological order they released, or almost. We've done My Dream to Be a Model, Love Goes for Love, Won't Fall in Love with the Womanizer, and Moon That Fell for the Stars. We've done all of them. They are all of them done. Huh. These are all super fun. I really like them a lot. I gotta say though, if I had a personal preference for these games, I think the one I liked the most personally was probably the Womanizer one. I really like the dynamic between Umiko and Yuzula. They were both like just really fun characters to get to know. But the simpleness of the Love Goes Toward Love was also like very nice as well. Just like a simple sort of soulmate type stories, you know. And of course, like the model one was also very nice, with the characters being like sort of aggressive with each other back and forth. And of course, this one too being like also just they're all lovely stories, and I love them to bits. But yeah, these were very, very fun games. I like them a lot. I'm very happy to have played them all. And yeah, that will wrap up this little Yuri marathon I've had over the past few days. I'm definitely gonna play more Yuri in the future. I really wanna just browse the genre more once I can start actually buying some games that cost money. Like I really want to play like the one game, like the Love Curse one, like that one. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I really want to play it myself. But yeah, for today, that will be all for me.